Hello and welcome back to another SDS episode. We are back with another Premier League Roundup. Sharky is away on Beta Squad international duty. To be fair though, Arsenal did win 6-0, so we can't really get on to him too much. But you know, SDS does stand for CB Does Sports.
Cole.
So before, yes, thank you guys. Cole. If you enjoyed our guest host last week, Sharky, let me know and then I'll bring him on next week.
Guest host, you know, you're feeling yourself.
I own it. I love it.
He's got a new role now. He's got a new role now, but it's a Premier League roundup. Listen, there's a lot to talk about these for this weekend. We've got a lot of goals, a lot of controversy, and a lot of storms that need to be ridden. We'll see if Lias is riding anyway. Let's start.
I like that. Keep going.
I don't know about this riding storms, man. Hey, yo.
Let's start with my vice captain, Lias. He's back after a long, lengthy hiatus. Where have you been?
Honestly, man, I almost forgot what this place looked like.
Yeah, I know, right? You haven't been in that vice captain chair for a while as well.
Yeah. It's been a long time, but it's good to be back. Look, I think that my time away, there's been affairs that need to be restored. Too many people are running amok. Time for serious business again.
Yes, that's what we like to hear. Opposite me, we've got Fuad Kadani here.
Very unserious. But I'm here.
He's here. He's coming up. He's a 3-point collector as well. And next one, we got Rose Lowe.
Hey. Another cap for my boy. I love it. I love it.
Where have you been, Rose? You got your show. Everything's fixed now.
Wow.
Hey.
We back, bro. Well, we back, bro.
He's back.
Yeah.
We can do that now.
You haven't seen a hand rub in a minute.
Yeah, because he knows what time it is. Yeah,
Let's cook.
But listen, before we get into our first Premier League game, I think you guys know where we're going. Check us out on audio, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. All the links are in the description. If you're listening to us on audio, check us out on SDS on YouTube. See all of our pretty faces. Let's start with the first game. I think it makes sense where we're going. Etihad.
Right.
Nice.
Man City 3, Manchester United 1. Once again, Manchester United fall at the hands of Man City. It was an interesting game nonetheless. It started off very wicked for you guys, to be fair. Marcus Rashford, absolute screamer. How, I heard you clapping without your hands that goal went in.
Yeah.
How'd you hear that?
I heard it from my
There's an issue.
I know those ain't hands.
Those are the sounds of hands.
It's a crazy goal, man. Honestly, I think most people didn't really have many. Most United fans didn't enter this game with much expectation whatsoever. And I think what we were all looking for is let's get a reaction, especially from Rashford, because he kind of had that whole thing during the week about releasing his interview and firing back at the doubters. That was a way of firing back at the doubters. Crazy strike, and I can't lie, man. I was feeling myself a little at that time, bro. I can't lie. I was thinking, bro, come on. You go up 1-0 at the Etihad in the first 5 minutes. It's like, what do you talk about like in a boxing match, right? When you're up against a superior opposition,
Get the first blow.
hit them early, bro.
Yeah.
Hit them early. Puncher's chance.
And even the first half, like how you went in and keeping a clean sheet. I was like, bro.
Leading at half time, their stat as well.
What's
That
going on?
Haaland missing that sitter
to
right
be-
before the
yeah,
half.
to be
You almost
fair,
started to feel like, is it going to be one of those kind of jammy
That's
days?
the way I was
and-
thinking. I was like, are we about to just like shit house this
Yeah.
like crazy? Obviously.
It felt like the Anfield game all over again, where it's kind of like, obviously there was no goals in that game,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
everyone thought you were absolutely going to get pummeled. and you got away
100%.
with
And
a
to
nil.
be fair with the City, right? The first half, it didn't look like vintage City, even like without the goal in general. Like they created chances, of course, because they're a much better team.
Yeah.
But I got the impression from them that they looked very frantic. They were kind of rushing things, to be honest with you. Like they weren't as intricate and as timely as they normally are. And I think the second half, Pep kind of brought them back out and kind of told them like, look, we're way better than these guys. Let's play on our own time. Because I think the first 45 minutes, they were playing nervous. I think like, look, because now they have to play Anfield away next. And I think it's Etihad at home against Arsenal.
Yeah.
If they had lost that game, that's a big one. And I think Pep kind of told them at halftime, slow it down, guys. We're the much better team. Let's just play our own game.
And then Foden definitely heard that call in the half time.
A sniper.
Big sniper.
That's a sniper. Big player, bro. Big
Saw
player.
Lindelof in front of him. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to go past you.
Move, man.
Move. We talk about giving him the keys. Yeah. It's his team, basically.
Hey.
It is his team.
Hey.
It's
Offensively,
his
it's
team.
Hey.
Like 100%. Like when you think about players to build around, future one for City, I think Foden is the main guy you look to. Left, right. The boy know what you want to play. Go out wide. Yeah, I'll do my thing too. You just sit back, little bro. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna step up and rise.
You know, there's a period in the second half as well too where Ten Hag takes off Johnny Evans. He brings Lindelof at right back, and he brings Dalot to the left. I think because Foden was just destroying Lindelof.
Yeah.
And Foden said, okay, I'll just go on the left. I'll terrorize what's my name's name? Kembwala or whatever, and then score on that side as well too.
Yeah, like both goals came from different sides of the pitch, and I think that just kind of speaks to the growth of Foden. I feel like year on year you've seen kind of evolution and development. And I remember Liban, of course, saying what he was saying kind of a couple of weeks ago. That was kind of the argument I had. I was like, bro, every year we've seen him add tools to his game. This season was like the biggest question of, all right, you've won it all, you've done it all, you've been here for 5 years now. You're going to get the keys now because De Bruyne is out injured. Bro, he's taken to it like a duck to water, bro. And even that type of goal signifies, like, how many Foden screamers have we seen in his career? Let's be honest. Like
We're trying to come this season, to be fair.
Yeah, but it's like almost like a new thing you're seeing. But it was like that being the response to Rashford's one for me. It was a bit like, for me, it was just I know, star boy. Yeah, it's my city.
It's a battle, bro.
I know when Rashford scored that, it was the typical, PSG type moment. Come on, the doubters are silenced. Phil Foden said, "You think this is your city, brother? Stop putting straight in the corner. I run from here to there. It's my city."
I can't lie. I love those instances where you just. This is for me football in its purest form. When you just see the best players in the world pick up the ball, say, everyone get the hell out of my way. I'm just going to go 1v1 against my defender and
the thing
score a wonder goal.
It's all well saying it like he's doing it when KDB's not there. KDB's in the team. Haaland is in the team.
And both of them played poor games. Both of them were very poor on the team.
So neither one of them is really stepping up in this game. It took something like that for him. And I remember even in the first half, I was kind of thinking, why have they put him on the right? Put Bernardo there and have him and KDB through the middle. But Foden showing now, listen, no matter where you put me, I'm still going to have an influence in the game. And I know Southgate was in the stands watching.
100% watching.
Brother, there is big lights on you this summer. I know you all saw that little Jordan Henderson sprint and fist pump.
Oh, what? Ajax over there. Brother, we don't do passion mentions over here, bro. We need performance on the pitch, bro.
You know that?
No,
Rice,
Jordan Henderson started.
Bellingham, Foden. Do not f this up.
Like, bro, this is the year. Everyone's performing at their peak levels. It's like our golden generation reborn again.
Yeah.
So you gotta deliver.
You got Trent playing at his absolute best.
You gotta deliver, bro. If you don't deliver,
do not let me see Trent and Foden on benches talking about, hey, we need to find a way to put them in here. Bro, we are seeing incredible stuff from both of them this year.
100%.
And this game for me was just like another one of those big game, big players turning up, big moments. Foden's owning it.
Foden as well too, right? When you look at just like that individual quality, I always say quality like that, as long as it's nurtured and developed correctly by the right coach, it's almost impossible to fail. Really, like the only way talent like that can fail is through like extenuating factors, like I don't know, he's a bad trainer, or he has a bad life outside of the club or whatever. Like he's partying too much. You have bad influences. But if you put that guy, that kind of talent, with a Pep Guardiola kind of figure, and then you're training next to De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva for the last 5 years, it was always going to come to this, in my opinion. I tweeted it out, and people got mad at me for saying it, but I was like, this kind of talent is only going to go to the top. Don't let these silly little rivalries and internet banter that you guys do on Twitter just for a few likes leave you in a few years kind of like on the wrong side of history. You don't want to be that guy that when Foden is potentially challenging for Ballon d'Ors, that guy that a few years ago was saying, oh, he only scores when it's 5-0 up, or he's some scrub, or he's a bench player. This is a top level player.
You can have agendas, but sometimes it's like, yo,
you said this
just appreciate it.
You're trying to hate on a world class player, bro.
But let's say during the game, Ten Hag, his substitution, I wanted to ask you about it. Where do you think he was going in terms of taking someone like Rashford off, keeping Garnacho on, bringing Anthony on? Do you think the subs were right? Do you think the plays he took off were correct? Do you understand what he was trying to do at the time, or is it just something like where you're like, he lost the plot here?
I can't lie. I think from the very first minute, really, this was just like pray to God that we can get a result out of this, bro. We literally had 11 men behind the ball. It's true. We didn't even have somebody like, even back in the day, all day. I remember, we just put Rashford on the halfway line. Rashford was not playing on the halfway line. Nope. We were playing 4 defenders, 2 defensive midfielders, 2 like wide midfielders. I wouldn't even call them wingers because they weren't high enough for that. And then 2 like number 8s and Bruno McTominay. No strikers, no wingers. So we were just kind of hoping and praying beyond anything that, we can just hold on. And then when it gets to 1-1, these guys are gassed, bro. These guys are exhausted. And he's just trying to bring on fresh legs. But the issue, too, of United this year, and it's kind of like, as much as I criticize Ten Hag, the one thing that you can kind of like maybe say to his favor, you look at the injuries, man. Look at the bench that he has to call upon. And like for me, Anthony, I've said it from the first episode I was on this podcast, I was telling you guys he was crap. But who else does he really have? The only one for me that I could say, damn, I wish, like, I feel bad for him, but I don't even know if this is a game I would play him, is Ahmad. And people might say, oh, Ahmad against Forest, he wasn't great. Anthony, and no disrespect to this Forsen kid, but they're not the level, bro. They're not the level of Man United. If I were Ahmad, that's the only player that I think can be hard felt by. The rest of them, like, this is really all he has at his disposal.
Yeah, of course.
But I think it's bigger than the substitutions, right? The game plan in general is just
Shocking.
like, I understand the levels in both teams, but I've seen some of the worst teams in the league still give City more of a go than Man United did this weekend, man. True. That's a relegation level performance for Man United. It's literally just
100%.
like, put everyone behind the ball. Every single time they get the ball, there's no even like attacking patterns that you can even rely on. Forget about like counterattacks or anything. It's just literally get the ball to Rashford, get the ball to Garnacho, and just hope that the rest of the team can get
Exploit
up.
the pace.
It was one of the most pathetic performances. Forget about a top 6 team by any team in the league that you'll see this year.
It's weird because like they went 1-0 up and then they had like 1 or 2. Well, it weren't really chances, but you know Rashford really went through and
chances.
goes
It's half chances.
half
I feel like that
chances,
happens every time they play each other. United are on top for a moment. City just need a second to reset themselves after, because you're pinned back to your box. It's just constant pressure. No team can sustain that for that long, bro. And you know, City, they're always going to create chances. They're just rotating it, shifting from left to right.
Yeah.
Bro, it drains you. It just takes a lot out of you.
Then Foden gets that second goal and it just becomes like
It's even before that is when Haaland misses. Then you already see, cracks is showing. They're just stretching players out of position.
Yeah.
Johnny Evans is marking someone he shouldn't be marking, leaving gaps in behind.
Yeah.
Bro, it just takes a lot out of you.
100%. And the thing too is like after you go 2-1 down, and at the moment I have to rescind what I said at the moment, because once we went down 2-1, United basically just like their heads fell, shoulders dropped.
You can see it, yeah.
There was no even like, okay, let's go again and let's try and get a winner or get an equalizer. Because I was saying at the time, I was streaming it, I was saying, guys, 2-1 or 3-1 or 4-1, it doesn't make a difference. Let's just like put everyone out of the ball, leave some space behind, let's go for it. Let's try and get something.
But you don't
And
even
none
go
of them
for it
even
at
did
all.
that. And I was annoyed at the players at the time. But then I clocked, bro, when you literally just spend an entire 80 minutes before that moment just getting the ball back for a second, kicking it back, and then defending all over again,
It's difficult.
it's difficult to ask any attacking player to do anything in that system. So I was mad at the players at the time, but then when I look at it, bro, what player can really shine in this team, man? What player can realistically come into a team that puts 11 players behind the ball, kicks the ball back every single time they get it? Who can shine in that team, bro? Or a goalkeeper, maybe.
And for me, it even shows the golfing quality already. You lot are not even rivals for me. That's little bro.
It's not a rivalry.
That's little bro, bro. From the players alone to style of play, this is meant to be a derby.
No.
You lot are doing low block in a derby game. You're not even bringing the fight to them.
To be fair though, when they've done the low blocks, maybe not in kind of recent games, like under Ollie, I remember.
Under
it
Ollie,
used
we had
to
some good
work.
fortune.
They had like some good counterattacks, but it just seems like even the counter doesn't seem to be on. And you had the players in Garnacho and Rashford who were meant to be kind of the breakaway players, but there just seems to be no kind of tactical plan.
There was
It
nothing,
almost seems
bro.
like, and I think that's one of the biggest things with Ten Hag, because I was someone who was high on him. I wanted him at Spurs before you guys got him, and I was like, yeah, I think he's gonna, if given time, he's gonna imprint his philosophy or whatever that may be. He seems to have been abandoned. He seems to have abandoned it, then lost in the confusion of this United rebuild. He's stuck between almost like 2 or 3 different identities, whether he wants to play kids one week, next week it's, we want to play flowing football, next week we're playing a counter-attacking style. It's like, he's at this point,
Just choose
he's
one.
a dead man walking.
Yeah,
That squad
he's
are
done.
very unmotivated and just seem like they're just going out there getting their personal points. And I think the board or whatever, the new lot that have come in, are basically planning for next season. So
Of course.
and it's like now you're at that weird point where it's like really business end of the season. Last 10 games you're going into, it should be all or nothing to play for. Champions League is right there, but it's like there's 6 points off us and we got a game in hand. And it's like I don't think any United fan can even look at it and be like, even if we got Europa League, it'd be an overachievement for the year that we've had. Do you know what I mean? And that's saying
It's so
something.
true. It's so true. We do not deserve anything from this season,
Yeah.
bro. From match day 1 against Wolves, I was saying it on this podcast. We're a crap footballing team, bro. We're managed poorly. The crop of players that we have, for the most part, are average or below average.
Yeah.
We've had injuries. We don't play good football. The stats say it. The results say it. The eye test says it. We don't deserve anything from this
And
season.
it's so weird because the players that would normally, even in like your worst, your Brunos who would dig you out, your Rashfords who would dig you out, this season, at the start of the season, I was overlooking. I was like, oh no, they'll catch form at a certain point.
Yeah.
It just hasn't come. And I know obviously Rashford got the goal, but then after that you saw
Just
nothing
quiet.
from him, bro. And it was like,
For me, Rashford was poor, by the
meant
way.
to be another
Very,
big summer
very
signing.
Rashford was poor, by the way, for me. And I'm not I'm not trying to say pinpoint one player because I think no one can succeed in this team. But there's also basics that you can do in the game. And I think I think it was either the first or the second goal by Foden. I think Rashford does very poorly against Kyle Walker. I know he was trying to buy a foul there, but those are moments, in my opinion, both him and Garnacho did this poorly, where you just need to hold up the ball for like even 3 seconds, give your team a chance to breathe
space,
and let them get up the pitch. Too many times those two wanted to just get the ball and run or get the ball and win a foul or something. Get the ball, hold it up for 3 seconds, and let your team get up. And I think that moment they got scored on. But I think there were even a few moments before that where I think they could have done a little better.
And I find that so weird for someone like Rashford, so experienced to be in the Premier League for so long, played in these. You're Man United, you know these are big moments. You need to provide for your team, but like. You scored a goal and then after
you know
He's like scored my goal and then
I'm down like, bro, there's more work to be done. The game's not done yet, bro.
He got his moment. He got his IG moment.
But a lot of United players are moments players, bro. Like that's the reality of the situation. How many of these guys can you realistically like say over 90 minutes this season are like top players? The only one that I can really think of that gives you like 90-minute performances these days is probably Kobe Mainoo, and he's a kid.
Dalot as
well. Dalot, excuse me. Dalot this season.
Well, yeah.
And I mean for the defenders, Onana in a game where you're really gonna just be.
I can't lie. He actually impressed. Up until obviously the goal started going. I thought he was fantastic.
First half was very impressive.
Onana, I think claimed.
He had that Inter shirt on. I'm sure.
Onana, he claimed more crosses this game than De Gea did all of last season.
Wow.
That's the stat for you.
Crazy.
And even like I think it was his ball over the top for
Bro,
Bruno to Rashford.
There's your command of the area.
So Onana was good. Varane and Evans, I thought Evans for a large part was really, really good. But in a game like that where you're basically defending in your box, that's where those two are going to look really good.
On the other side, though, I think Rodri continues that streak of
winning,
and the way he was just kind of like running that from his position. Bro, it's crazy, that guy. I really think he's just kind of slept on.
This is his best season at City, by the way.
Yeah.
Because this year, he's almost... Okay, so he's...
Last year, I thought he was incredible.
Well, let me tell you this. I'll tell you why. It's because Gundogan has gone, and they haven't replaced him. Rodri is doing his role from last year, and Gundogan.
And remnants of what Gundo used to do,
Rodri this year is no longer a defensive midfielder. Rodri is playing all-action midfield, bro.
Yeah.
He's literally in all 3 phases, carrying the ball, driving it, shrugging guys off, playing final passes, getting out wide and crossing it in, taking shots. He's doing everything. In fact, I'm surprised he hasn't burned out because he is Man City's midfield this year.
Facts. No, he's such a key cog, honestly. But the other one as well I want to touch on, Julian Alvarez. His role's a little bit different. Do you remember, like, in the first 10 to 12 games of the season, it was like, yo, player of the season candidate here. He's scoring left, right, center, all types of goals. And
even though Haaland was injured, right?
Yeah. So he was also KDB. He was playing in, like, that second striker role. And it was like, yo, he's the one getting all the goals, even though Haaland's misfiring. And then I think KDB, everyone's come back to form. And it was nice to see him just come off the bench and be like, you know, I still got something for you. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
he'll be important for, like, he's an important business end of the season.
I just hope he doesn't almost get demotivated by that, because I thought he was having like a brilliant start to the season, and he might have thought, you know, this is going to be my breakthrough. But in a team like City, you're going to have your moments where you go in and out of the team. And I think you're even seeing that with like Doku. Start of the season was the shiny toy. Yeah. We love him. Jack Grealish is out of here. But then Jack Grealish got injured midweek and everyone's like, yo, we're stuck with Doku now. And he's going for a rough patch at the moment.
I think guys are going too harsh on Doku, though.
Yeah,
I agree.
for sure.
Speak on it.
Well, because
go on. For me, I look at Doku like his style of play for a game like United, it's not going to work. Low block, he needs like a team that's going to come at you, but not most teams are going to do. But he needs space in behind in order to produce his man. But my problem with him is his end product. He'll beat his man. Try beating his man again.
The amount of times
which is true, right? Doku's final pass, especially, is lacking. But Doku's 21 years old, playing in a new league and playing for Man City under Pep, which historically we've seen better wingers than Doku struggle in his first season. Yeah. I think we're at fault too, because I remember how crazy me and you were going over Doku. Yeah. We were at fault for probably overrating him too early in the season. But let's now all of a sudden, I'm seeing guys completely write him off and saying, "Oh, this guy's just a headless chick." Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's give a 21-year-old playing in the first season under Pep a little bit of leeway, bro.
I think what didn't help as well was, like, you know, when he first came in and started that blistering form, Pep was even saying,
slow down.
I haven't put my DNA on him. He's one of the few players. I've just let him do their thing. And everyone's like, he might be a special one, you know. But listen, everyone needs a little bit of Pep,
especially a guy like him who you look at his technical and physical skill set. That fast, that like...
It's so rare you find those gaps close. Yeah. And for me, I think that's the impressive thing. Really. I'm like, bro, you're technically very secure. Yeah. And usually those fast twitch muscle players, the Lennons, the Walcotts, bro, their touch was horrid. Kick and run, man, they were. But he is actually kind of controlled with it. So I'm like, bro,
those skills, like, if exactly. Just like I was saying, obviously different profile to Foden, but like that kind of skill set, if nurtured correctly with the right coach, which Guardiola obviously is,
Mm-hmm.
it's for me, it's only a matter of time that he will kind of come good. That's my view on it.
Just a few stats from the game as well.
Pathetic stats. Oh my days.
Man City had the same number of shots as Man United had possession in the entire
No.
Manchester United.
Man City had 27 shots. United had 26% possession.
Okay, bro.
So why?
I don't need no sheets, man. That's all I'm here.
Well, I got that laptop now, man. You ain't even using it right, man.
Yeah, no, I got to take this on right. Manchester City have come from behind to beat Man United in the Premier League for the first time in their history. Pep Guardiola has done the Premier League double over Man United as many times as every other Man City manager combined. Man City, what was the other one? For the first time in 144 Premier League games, United have lost a match despite leading at halftime. They still have the Old Trafford stat, don't worry.
I said, yeah.
I'm waiting for that one.
See that one? I remember both him and Kansas saying, like, whoever it is that loses that record needs to be sacked on the spot. I'm not even joking. I remember when we was having that conversation, though, it was like Carabao, good times of Ten Hag. So it wasn't even a thought that it could be Ten Hag. Now I'm like, bro, that might be the final nail in his coffin. I can't lie to you. This season, losing at home after leading, hey, watch.
He is a dead man walking, though. Huh? Honestly, like, I've never seen it. Like, it's so obvious now. I see so many people still like trying to make their case for him.
Yeah, ride the storm.
There is no you think Jim Ratcliffe is riding any storm? Jim Ratcliffe is looking at this guy and he's saying, "Who is this schmuck right here? Let me call Simone Inzaghi. Let me call Amorim. Let me call De Zerbi. This guy Thiago Motta. He's doing well at Bologna, but Jesus, man, no philosophy, no game plan that he sticks to over 2 games. It looks like the entire squad. You're hearing so many murmurs from different corners that they're kind of sick of him, that they don't really know where this project is going. Most of them probably won't be here next season either. I think he's a dead man walking, bro.
You need a guy, man.
And also, United have a minus goal difference as well. -2.
That sums up the season.
It sums up the last 2 years. Even last year, we had 10, and only towards the end of the season, we had 10.
But I wanted to pose a question for the table. I want to go a different way, yeah? And I know you saw my notes earlier, so you're not happy with this question. I'm just saying, let's say in the summer, they do keep Ten Hag. For whatever reason, they do keep Ten Hag. What signings does Ten Hag need in the summer to build on and just to go forward next season?
That's where he starts,
So
man.
Ten Hag for Ajax, the signings that he needs, I think he needs to bring back Ziyech. I think he needs to bring back Matthijs de Ligt. He needs Frankie de Jong. Who else? Shauna. I think he needs to bring him back. Yeah. Those players. Van der Veer, maybe bring him back. Yeah, there you go.
Look at this guy with some knackered league as well, bro. What you doing there, man? Pray first.
Man United should not give this brother another pence, bro. Not one.
Not a DM, sorry, a number 8 is the first and foremost
Next
thing
to
I
Kobe.
think to address. Yeah, next to Kobe.
Who would you build around, though, for United?
Kobe, Garnacho,
I'm not building around
Hoyland.
Hoyland, yes, Lisandro,
I would keep
Onana.
Onana. Yeah.
Like you have
That's
some
the
pieces
future,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
you have some
your
pieces
core.
there you can actually, and that's like the spine of it. If it's just around that. Dallo, you can go another season at right back.
I like Dallo, yeah.
But yeah, for me personally, I would keep Varane and Casemiro for the experience. But I just think
Casemiro, you're
listen,
going
I know,
gone.
Al Ittihad, Varane.
I know.
Al
For me,
Nassr.
the cheerleaders on the bench, earning 300k.
Bruno
can afford that as well.
Al
It was
Ettifaq.
nice.
Hey, they're all out of here, bro. Saudi saved my life, bro.
Yeah, we need 100 million
Yeah.
off.
You know what? If I'm looking at players, I would look at specific profiles. I agree. Like maybe someone like an Onana next to Kobe Mainoo. You need someone. He's an example.
Yeah.
Like someone with legs next to Kobe Mainoo, because that midfield needs athleticism.
Amrabat though.
That who? 30.
Hey,
brother,
What, 30?
Let's not speak
Allow
on
me,
that
that
cameo.
guy.
Let's not speak on that
You see the way this
cameo.
guy Abs Busquets was talking about Amrabat.
Yeah.
Bro, get him out of it, bro.
Abs is a
Can we call
knowledgeable
that
brother, but
World Cup
sometimes,
hype?
bro.
We call that World Cup hype.
How disgusting.
Guys perform over World Cup little period, like 5 couple games.
There's a reason he's at Fiorentina. There's a reason he's there.
He's going
On
straight
loan.
back to
On
Fiorentina.
On loan.
You know what's
Fiorentina said, yeah, you could take him on
I
loan.
think he cost him the goal as well. Like,
He did. The hard goal.
Casemiro was ass,
It's a hospital pass, to be fair.
Tell him to skate out of here, man.
Amrabat is just not at this level, bro. Honestly, it's not even like he's the worst player, but he's just so average, bro. Like I've never seen a player at United. It's not like he's awful, but he just doesn't.
He's a steady Eddie.
He's just.
He's a hard
He's
worker.
just a 5 out of 10, bro. Like
It's a steady Eddie for me. I don't think he was ever going to be the solution for United's
Nah.
midfield.
No. Stopgap.
For me, I
Never
think
a
that
stopgap.
cameo is just one of those where you're like, yeah, this is why we're not signing you.
Yeah. It's so
Oh,
true,
that's like he
seriously.
said, book.
Like,
See,
This is how Timo Werner feels for you, isn't it? Like, we're not signing you, man.
Werner-
Nah, they're signing
Werner
Timo.
is
Nah,
better
they're
than
signing
Everton.
Nah,
Timo.
he's not signing Timo.
Oh, that's FM talk, but I know like they signed that guy.
he ain't signing. I will be there at the medical.
But yeah, you need someone with legs
Someone's
next to Manu.
knees getting removed.
I think you need another center back. I think you probably need a left back for sure. You definitely United needs
Wait,
a
you done
lot.
with Shaw, yeah?
Yeah, I think yeah.
Double Faisal was quick enough, yeah?
A number
Done
8 and a left
done or
back.
not, the guy doesn't play, bro. He's injured all the time.
Malacia? What happened to
Where's he?
Oh,
Can,
gosh.
You told me.
bro, I was genuinely gonna ask this. Can we put out like an alert for Malacia? I have not seen
Him and Mason Mount. Where
I
are they?
have not seen him or
Mason
heard
as
from
well,
him.
damn.
Mason, I heard there was injuries and calf injury or something like that. I don't know.
Malacia
At least I've heard.
Do we think Malacia got kidnapped or something?
Oh, bro,
You reckon?
bro,
We might be cooking, though.
bro. I'm just saying.
You're a very
has
PR-friendly
anybody
club as well. You don't want to have that news out
Has
in the
anybody
public.
seen Malacia in the past 12 months?
Yeah.
I remember the last time I saw Malacia, he was holding his head on a pitch.
With waves on his head.
That brother might be dead right now.
I thought that was
I don't
last
know.
year.
Exactly. I have not seen Malacia since
They
last
just
year,
use
bro.
them as answers in the JD TikToks with Bruno
That's
Fernandes.
so
That's what they use it for. Who played for Ronaldo Van Persie, but not at United?
So now he's the
There's
PR.
always Malacia.
That's what he's used for, man. I don't know, man. But on the flip side, Man City going for the league, they're creeping up on Liverpool. Guys, are you still Man City?
I think this is going to be the best title race we have in the moment,
said,
you know.
man.
Free horse.
Three
60
horses, serious.
No, it's 2 horses and 1 little
It's-
baby goat. That's
Bro,
Arsenal.
it's
That's the
60
little baby
40,
goat.
the way the title's going, the way I see it. 60% Man City, Liverpool 40%.
Where's my percentage?
What?
Where's my percentage?
Whoa.
Are you, yeah? You are crazy.
Say that one again. I didn't. Where's the other team?
Wait. At what point did I stutter?
Where's the other team?
What other team?
Man doing this, bro.
The biggest
Wrong and
club
strong, ladies and gentlemen. Wrong and strong.
Biggest club in North London. Where's that one?
Arsenal don't have. Hold on. So Arsenal don't have 1% chance of winning the league.
They do, but not in my book. Are we looking at
This is a hater. Hey, this is a full-time hater. What's going on?
Yeah. I was telling you, lot, my percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's I was giving my opinion.
But I don't like your opinion.
That's fine.
I don't feel like
Give
a
a realistic
percentage.
opinion.
You will hear it on my mic. Yeah, 60% Man City because they are the winners. You have to dethrone them. But that last hurrah, and we'll talk on their game as well.
100%.
The way that ended, I'm like, you know what? You lot might be pulling the strings behind the scenes. There might be something coming your way. Arsenal,
right now, man.
good guys.
Moving.
They're
Look,
moving.
good
here
guys.
Right now,
Good guys.
Don't do this,
nice
good guys.
football,
We're the
good
good guys.
defense. Cute
I don't think.
players.
I don't think they
Robin
are. Hold
Region
on.
on the right.
Hold on. We're gonna get to Arsenal. Chill out, bro.
Listen. All I'm telling you lot is, Arsenal gas and this brother.
Whoa.
You lot have been down this path before.
True, yeah. You chill out. You chill out.
Been down this path before.
that?
You chill out. You chill out with the
Hey,
kids.
hold on.
Last season when me and Liban were here, standing wrong and strong. Yeah. How did we end up?
No. I said you're wrong and strong for giving them 0% chance.
but 0%
That's
crazy
wrong
though.
and
That's
strong,
crazy.
bro.
If you don't win, that's 0.
Whoa. So that's what? What?
I don't even know when that's 0.
If you don't win, you have 0% chance. If I gave you 0, if I give...
What, Liverpool win that 1-1 percentage now?
No. Liverpool stand a more of a chance.
What?
They're at 40% chance.
This guy. This
Last
boy.
hurrah.
Look at 0.
What?
Are you giving us 0?
Well, of course I'm giving you 0.
No, come on, man.
Give me what serious credentials you have.
Okay.
Those two are 2 experienced seasoned vets going toe to toe. They're playing in Europa, Arsenal as well. Sorry, Liverpool. You man are going Champions League. Listen, I can go on all that.
Yeah.
Okay. Arsenal, I give you 1%.
Oh, thanks.
Are you happy?
Nah,
Are you happy?
No, bro.
Are you happy?
It makes sense now. At least it's
You have a 1% chance of winning the title. I'll give you that.
No,
you have 1%.
No. I don't want you to give me anything. Stick to 0%. 'Cause
will.
when we win the league,
Yo, bro. Chill.
When?
Chill.
Not
chill.
if.
Breathe.
I like that when. Remember the
I
time
don't do
stamp?
it. I
Was
don't
it-
do if buts and maybes. I do absolutes.
You know what
okay?
you just do?
That's what. It's a
Guess
win.
who that came from? A Liverpool fan.
You know what to do? One game at a time.
Been there,
bro.
done that.
Hey, one game at a time. That's what you need to do. One game at a
Let
time.
me cook.
Yeah, one game at a time. We do one game at a
Yeah.
We'll
Game
also
at a
do
time,
one
hype,
game
man.
at a time, literally, bro. We still on City.
Well, moving on to the next game. We are moving to Bramall Lane, to the 1%ers. Arsenal 6-0 win, thrashing. You walked in 14 minutes and you're like, already 3-0 up. There's no, but what am I doing here?
What the hell is this?
Get me.
What the hell are we
You said
actually
there
doing here?
was a lot of strippers that day.
I
Arsenal.
brought snacks. I bought sweets. I bought for your
bro?
Monday night. I was like, some potential for shit housery here,
You saw a live strip
From
show.
Sheffield United,
bro.
the worst team in the Eastern Premier League.
I don't know what.
1% chance, 99% fake.
They actually have 0%. You want to talk about 0%? Sheffield United actually had 0% chance of winning that game. All you bozos who tune in to watch Sheffield United beat Arsenal, bro.
Me,
You know the expression, it's an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Yeah.
This is an unstoppable force meets, like, I don't even know, a piece of plastic. You know?
That was pathetic. It was
can I say,
pathetic.
boy?
Well,
Can I say-
Renedy, we started off firing. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I would have gone open up the
I'm just
scoring.
mesmerized. That's the real
Exactly.
team. That's,
Robin Region got a little
Don't do that.
assist.
Don't do
stop.
Martinelli
your
got
brand
involved.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
2 words, 7
We got
Don't do that.
2 words, 7
Hey, cuz like, we can't allow that in this club.
6 different goal scorers. Well, technically one of them is own goal, but 5 different goal scorers rather. Yeah. What can we say of Arsenal recently? They've conceded 1 goal in the last, what was it, 4 games? Premier League games?
How many goals have you lot scored in like the last 5 games?
Oh my God.
Count that for me, see, but
It might be 20.
remember
I can't lie, it might be 20.
Nah,
5 teams have been
'cause I'm
holding
like
recently.
6-0, 4-1.
That's
I'm not
it.
looking at that one. 5-0, 6-0.
21 in the last 4.
That's what we do, maths.
Yes.
Quick maths, but
Not looking at
Yes.
the performance, emphatic, minute 1. I love my team, bro. Like, we just start so fast. Stop.
rock and roll, man.
Like what you see
You know,
what you see over there, North London.
Fuad said,
Have you lot been watching us play this year?
Oh, brother, move, man. We ain't watching now.
Okay, yeah, get back to your game. Exactly. Get back to your game.
I got a big shout out, man. Declan Rice. Declan Rice.
I like that. Good lad there.
Needle mover. Stop gap.
Facts.
Yeah? Star player. Forget that guy name, brother. We ain't even
yo,
saying
what's
that name.
wrong with you? Oh, hold on, whoa.
Forget
hold
that
on,
guy
I thought-
name.
Yeah, my fault.
Look at that guy name. The way Deckers has been cooking.
Wait, who do you think?
Nah, I'm thinking of a different player.
Oh, don't be.
Nah, my fault.
The way he's been cooking for us this season.
I know this guy's agendas. Hold on.
No agenda, bro. This is just facts. The way Deckers has been carrying, set piece. This guy's moving me, man. Hey, bring him. That's my captain now.
Yeah.
I got 2 captains. That's the future captain Deckers, bro. The way he's moving and carrying his team, so much maturity, bro. The balance he gives us is just phenomenal, man. He's offering us goals, playing it out, spreading it, bro. What a player, bro.
Has J5 unlocked him though? Has he unlocked another part of his game? Not saying he made him better, like he made him good now, but has he unlocked another part of his game?
I would say so, you know, because right before we used to like Declan Rice. He's not a ball carrier. He holds in these.
Declan Rice is not a ball. Who has ever said that?
People say that, bro.
A sprayer from the 6.
Yeah.
I remember in the past month or 2, I was
Yeah.
seeing like, hey, Declan Rice, that final ball, man.
Nah, you ain't got it.
You know why? Because we're so used to Partey. We're so used to Partey then, but Declan
Yeah,
Rice
Partey's
was
there
those passes
punching the
to,
ball
like,
through the lines, but
You know what you've been getting with Rice. Rice has been this all action.
Yeah.
Destroy.
No, I was just thinking ball carrying though is always the thing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
attribute him
He's
to.
always
Yeah.
had that.
but right
He's
now,
out Rodri. Not in the same vein, not in the same quality. I'm just saying he's out like our
Rodri is
I
like,
get what you mean,
Rodri's
but
like
Rodri's
J5 and Rice combined.
Yeah,
bro.
but
That's
Rodri,
why-
he's on another level. But Rice, man, what a
He's
player, bro. Like
so good, man.
the calmness he brings his team and stability. Like when we needed a midfielder, he's him.
He is him.
Partey, you know, I want to see that, but maybe J5.
He got some minutes today as well, Partey.
I forget the minutes, man.
No, but I
J5, I think that partnership there,
Yeah.
it works better. There's a better balance because Decker just goes up and down. But from J Rice, you know, I'm gonna pick the right, take the game.
I want to ask you.
That's
one,
what he does.
I want to ask you one question. Havertz obviously played in the 9 today.
Yeah,
Jesus is back fit. Who'd you start in the 9 in the next game?
Havertz, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll start Havertz for sure. Well, like
guy.
form, you're in form. Like he hasn't given me a reason to drop him at the moment. We needed someone to lead the line. He's scoring goals, he's contributing, link up play, phenomenal. I know Jesus does that at a better level, but why am I dropping a guy that's in form? Like the system and the team is winning. There's no need to change it. Don't fix something that's not broken. Like, keep it going. So at the moment,
I think that's why next season Arsenal are looking at strikers and then potentially having Jesus as like a backup right winger.
it's so weird. It's so weird because
I think
before,
that's a good shout.
yeah,
That's what
before
they're looking at.
was looking at us like, oh, we don't score enough goals. Look at our last previous results. How many goals have we scored through Black? I feel like it's just a moment. I feel like the team right now,
He's in a great moment.
great moment. Everyone's locked in and they've
Business
got,
end of season now. This is when we needed to
Yeah,
turn up.
everyone-
Last season, this is when we capitulated.
for sure. Like everyone's locked in, and I feel like it's different this year because we're not leading the pack.
Mm.
Because we're chasing, I feel like there's less pressure on us, and we've been there before.
Good point, yeah.
So now that we're just chasing, as long as we maintain and stay there, brother, who knows where this team could go? Man.
What's the percentage for you?
I'll split it even between them, but I feel like I can go anywhere. But City,
33,
actually,
33.
I'm
It's
capping.
it's close.
It's close. It's
definitely
close. But I feel like City will still edge it.
Like 40, 30,
Yeah.
30.
City still edge it for me. Because
Wait, you don't actually think you don't stand that big of a chance?
They stand a big
No,
chance.
as long as we stay with the pack,
Can I not have
still got a
belief?
chance.
Let me say this.
Hold
right?
on.
You should.
I'm joking, I'm
I'm
joking.
trying
I know
to
what you
gauge
mean.
like confidence to, like.
I don't think Arsenal are the favorites.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, because just when City are in any competition ever, they are the favorites. They're the best team. They have the best manager. We know that. But I think they are 100% definitely in this title race, bro, and they will be there till the end. You said something when we were kind of talking about the teams earlier, and you said, yeah, they're a nice team. They got some nice guys. They got some cute players. I actually think they have a lot of. I think they're actually the opposite of that this year. They
No.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like
I did say that as well.
Their mentality and the way that they're playing right
Switched.
now, there's some badasses. They defend for their lives. Defensively, they might be the best defensive team in the world right now.
That's Saliba, Gabriel.
Honestly,
That partnership's solid,
the way,
for sure.
forget about even the individuals. I'm talking about the structure of Arsenal this year. Because I remember when you guys were doing, who has the better back four, whatever, and I know you were saying, individuals, and you can make that argument fair. But as a structure, Arsenal defensively, forget about Spurs. I don't think there's another team on the planet right now that is playing at the same defensive level that they are now. We knew that, though, earlier in the season. The thing that was the issue for them was, can they put the ball in the back of the net? And to be fair, they were creating the chances, but at the end of the day, you create chances, field, tilt, XG, all those stats that they love throwing at us. If the ball's not in the back of the net, it doesn't matter. You're not going to win a league title. But the last few weeks, it's actually funny because since I've been off SDS, they've been on some crazy results. But you look at the goals that they're scoring and the performances too, they're burying teams after 15, 20 minutes, bro. So to say, they will be here by the end of the season. Now, they're going to need to win at the Etihad, which is the biggest one, and they might have to rely on a result this weekend from one of Liverpool or City. But 1,000%, they are contenders, and big ones as well.
I like 1,000% compared to 0%.
Yeah, it's not 1,000% going to win it, but 1,000% contenders.
I'm just saying, Champions League second leg coming up, Chelsea game at some point to play as well, City away at the Etihad, Villa still to come, North London derby as well. United could throw a spanner in the works.
You got a tough run, isn't it? You got City, Liverpool, and Arsenal.
Forget about them. We'll talk about them in a second.
We'll talk about us later, but I'm just saying, squeaky bum time is still coming.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying they're going to win it. I'm not going to say they're going to win it.
But we still stand a chance. Resilient. This team is now resilient. Before we didn't say that as a team before.
That's a good word. I think that's what you have more this year than previous or last year, if you like. I feel like what you said there, it's the first half of the season, they were almost like the immovable object. All you were waiting for was kind of the goals to come. Now they have come. How long can they keep it up? That's the thing. For me, I've always said, listen, don't fatuate or get fascinated by the league this year. I really think, I've said from day one, have I not said it? Yeah. Arsenal should be looking at the Champions League because of exactly what you just said. Defensively, who in Europe is better than them at the moment?
No one.
If you can hit form at the right time, tactically, Arteta is adaptable. I'm like, bro, the Champions League, you look at the landscape now, unless City are going to do a back-to-back, which, how many times have we seen that? Real Madrid only? Real Madrid, of course, we know are the other two. Outside of those two, Bayern Munich. Come on, please, man. Them boys can be got out of here. Who else? PSG. Come on, man. So for me, I'm like, listen, just because you don't win the Premier League, ain't all the be all and end all.
I'm just,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know a lot of people are thinking I'm hating, but I'm like, hey, you got bigger fish to fry as well. I know, as Robbie was like to say. You know what I'm saying?
Just to talk about the Champions League, I'm of the opinion that the Champions League sometimes it even goes beyond who the best team is. There's certain intangibles. And me personally, maybe I'll get proven wrong, but I just feel like this team might be a year or two away from going to those big European grounds, no matter what form they're in, and getting a result. But that's just my opinion.
But the thing is I feel like in the past, maybe 4 or 5 years, we've seen so many examples of teams who lack that experience, whether it's a RB Leipzig, a Lyon, a Spurs, even Inter Milan, AC Milan last year were doing deep runs. And it's like, you guys should have no reason to be here. But Inter Milan were looking comfortable.
No, but Inter,
they could have won it in the final if Lukaku didn't get in the way. Do you know what I mean?
But Inter didn't just pop out of nowhere.
No, but Inter, it's not even about that. Nowhere near the same
they didn't pop up, though, just last year. Even the year before that, they almost beat Liverpool. My point is Arsenal, a lot of these players have never been on this stage. That's my whole thing. So asking them to go to the Bernabeu, asking them to even go to the San Siro, you forgot to even talk about Inter, by the way. Inter are big threats in the Champions League.
But I feel like sometimes when you have them in there, there's that freeness of, there's no real pressure. And I think that's the thing with Arsenal should be using this year of almost, there is no real pressure for us to win it. So guess what? We're going to go out and win it. Who's going to stop us?
I know. It could very well happen. Liverpool, to be fair, the first year that they were in the Champions League or whatever, back under Klopp, I think they went to the final. So to be fair, it could happen. But I think in the league, I'm seriously looking at them. I still favor City. But honestly, I think, first of all, they have to be really applauded because since that moment in December where it looked like their season was basically falling apart, and I think everyone on this table, Sharky said they're not going to win it. I said they're not going to win it. Umir said they're not going to win it. Faisal stuck with Liverpool. Since that moment, they've completely changed their season. And you have to give credit to Arteta for tweaking it a little, bring Jorginho into the fold, taking Jesus out, putting Havertz up front. And then you also have to look at the likes of Saka, Havertz himself, Declan Rice, they've really taken that responsibility.
And now we got players coming back, like a Partey, Jesus, Fabio Vieira,
Tommy.
Tommy Yasu's coming back. Timber, I don't know. I think he'll play like probably April, end of April, May.
Which is all great.
It doesn't
right?
even
but
to play.
For me, I'm not even looking at those players because you need everyone to contribute to win a title.
Yeah.
But you need more than anything your main guys to do.
Yeah,
so. And that's why that's why for me, Saka in particular, Havertz, main player or not, how much they spent on him, he's starting to deliver. Those are the guys I'm really looking at and saying, hey, this is where you need to stand accounted. Odegaard as well too.
Yeah,
Odegaard played phenomenal today as well.
Slides.
Conductor just, bro. You know when everyone catches form at the right time, it's just amazing to watch. Like if you had to compare last season and this season, you talk about free-flowing football last year and this year. Bro, I prefer this. I'll take this year any time because we're not conceding, but we're scoring so many goals. We just look reassuring at the back.
That's a good question, actually. Arsenal last season versus Arsenal this season. Who wins in the game?
I think this season.
Probably this season for sure.
Yeah.
You think this season?
Yeah.
That last season we were too naive at points.
Yeah.
I think we've learned from our naivety.
I think though we have to see, right? Because at this point,
I'm talking about. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
First 15
no, because that's what I'm
games.
saying.
I know what you're
That's what I'm
talking about.
saying.
It was crazy.
I call it the pink kit era.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, going crazy. in the
Because
pink
I'm
kits.
thinking, at this point last year, I can't remember what the league looked like exactly, but
I think
Arsenal were still first by
Bro,
not 15 points. They were
Like
never
10.
that high
I
up,
think
but
like
it
10.
was a lot of points. So at that point of the season, no one would really expected kind of what went down. So
Because I'm thinking
hindsight is
we
kinda
still
playing
don't know
here,
what's to come, obviously, till the end of this
Exactly.
season.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, like, if you took, I don't know, the Arsenal of January the 10th and the Arsenal January 10th this year, and you put them in a match, who would win? I don't know. I think last season might come out on top.
Nah, I don't know. I don't think so, man. I think
It's
It's
for the comments
yeah.
one, yeah.
Actually,
I
comments,
think-
yeah, that's another
I
YouTube.
I have a stat for Liz actually. Arsenal have now scored as many away Premier League goals in 2024 than Manchester United have all season.
Ride the storm, guys. Ride it.
they've been riding too
the
much.
storm,
man.
guys.
Hey, ride this, ride that. A lot of
Seriously.
riding now, man.
Yeah, no, but what can you do? Ride the storm, bro.
And Arsenal have scored more goals and kept more clean sheets in their 6 matches in 2024 than Sheffield United have managed all season, 2021. Sheffield United, they're going straight back down. Are they a yo-yo club or no? They're staying in the Championship.
Forget about yo-yo. They need to, the yo-yo, the string. They need to cut the string and let them rot in the
I
championship.
feel so
Honest,
sorry for
what a
them.
joke.
Like first 15 minutes, you're already leaving the stadium.
Yeah,
That
that
is
one.
crazy. I know we've been doing that to a lot of teams recently, but that one.
Travel this way.
Them and
see
Burnley,
Fulham.
bro, they waste their time this year. Honestly, Leicester, like they were the sacrifice, and they're gonna come back straight away. It looks like.
But then you look at their squads, you're thinking they have not given you the players in order to stay in at all.
Ren, how about this? Sheffield United came up with a team that was worse than the one that got promoted. The team that got promoted last year in the championship was, I'm telling you right now, in terms of players, better than this year. They actually lost big players in the summer.
So then how
They sold Sanderberg to
Sanderberg, they lost the kid to Marseille. What's the kid that they had last year?
Iliam Nijai.
Yeah, they lost. Their team was better last year that got promoted than the one that's in the Premier League this year.
doesn't make sense. You're meant to be improving your squad when you come into the Premier League.
you
But
just
then
weaken it. So
Someone I just look for parachute payments, man.
that's what Burnley and them are looking for.
Hey,
Luton as well.
Chris Wilder.
Luton Nation.
Chris Wilder. I keep hearing about real men.
That's
Real
counts,
men,
that's
real
counts, that's
men.
counts.
Oh, you never claimed Chris Wilder. You never claimed Chris Wilder.
damn.
Hey, SDS fans, please find me when they hire Chris Wilder. Leeds championship next season.
Real men will still be
He ain't gonna be there. He ain't gonna be there.
He's son of the soil.
They fired him once, bro. He getting fired again, bro. Overlapping center backs in 2024. Please adapt your
Hey,
tactics.
Lundstrom. Shoot, don't forget. What an era that was, man.
Actually, I got a question for you. Saka or Foden?
Oh, Saka.
Oh, please stop this, guys. Honestly, are you
What
not
are we
tired?
doing here, guys?
No, seriously.
Are you guys not tired? Is that we're doing Hazard Salah all over
Gives
again?
a shit. Who gives a shit is the answer, bro.
Foden's my guy. You know what I'm saying?
I give a shit.
Who gives a shit, honestly?
What is it? Saka or Foden?
I don't care, honestly. It's the most tired
I know.
conversation of all time,
Let's
bro.
just appreciate
Every
them
week-
while they're here. You know, take
Yeah,
them in.
facts, bro. Why are we comparing them, bro?
I'm a football purist.
Alright, you guys
Get that corny shit out of here, bro.
pick one. This guy's going against his own guy, too.
Foden's a crasher. Did you know?
Both of them are amazing, bro.
Sniper.
Yeah,
What Saka did today, bro.
Yeah.
What you lot think of the celebration?
Sniper.
You lot think it's gonna catch on? You lot,
It's Foden, you're a good dude.
The sniper will catch on, but not for the pose. It's for a different reason. If you know, you know, then pose is there. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not gonna lie. Foden's first goal was elite. He took a page out of Saka's book, so it
Don't
makes
ever
sense.
say that again, bro.
No, Saka was really good today, huh?
No, he was good. I'll give it to him.
That ain't good.
This guy says he'll give it to him like, oh, I get it.
There you go.
I can't say nothing right now. He was good. What do you want from me? He played good.
He played good.
Fair enough.
No, that's just the way he says, I'll give it to him. You got the two biggest Saka haters on SDS right here.
What kind of accusation? Man are pointing things like they just got their nails done. What's going on here?
Who's a bigger Saka hater than you two?
Not me.
On SDS. No, I didn't ask that.
Yeah.
Who hates Saka more than you two?
Do you hate Saka more? Do you hate
I don't hate.
I don't hate nobody. Hate is a strong word. I don't hate nobody. I love everybody, man.
Yeah, same. I don't hate Saka. He's part of my team, bro.
Exactly.
I just view the game a specific way.
Who? That's a page out of my book.
I just view the game in my way.
What generation was just black?
What generation?
What the fuck?
I can't even repeat that
That's insane. Bro.
one. Yo, I'm in real. Hey, Saka lovers, man. Get onto this guy, man. He's the biggest hater in
That's
the world,
crazy.
man.
Yeah, that's really
No, I love
like it.
Come on.
Yeah, you love him like that? That's Starboy, man.
Huh?
That's Starboy.
And who's next?
So do you think Arsenal wins the league?
What's your no?
No, he said he
Yeah,
gave his
33.
percentage. What's your percentage?
I will say City.
I ain't trying to hear that. Arsenal's.
Calm down.
I'm
I'll give you the
saying,
full.
trying to do this
I'll give you the full load.
and
Just give me a
Arsenal.
second. I'll give you the full load in a second. Give me a second. Man City 60, Liverpool 30, and I'll take 10.
You don't believe. You don't believe.
I'm going to say City 40.
Oh,
I'm going to say, so let me think of the rest of the percentages now. I'm going to say Liverpool 33, and then whatever is left is Arsenal.
27.
Yeah, 27. But the reason I'm saying that is because Arsenal has to go to the Etihad. Now that is going to decide a lot.
That's what scares me.
No, 100%. But if they win that game, then of course they skyrocket.
yeah.
But
They're not changing my percentage.
that's the game for me that will define Arsenal's
that-
season in the league.
That shows me that they're
Yeah,
really
no,
about
100%.
business,
So
for sure.
that's why right now, because they're going to be massive underdogs going to the Etihad, I have them at 27.
Well, also-
but that result can boost them up massively or bring them down even more.
But even the game this weekend though, like
No,
Liverpool
of
versus City.
of course. But it won't mean this game will not mean anything on the weekend if Arsenal don't go and beat them at the Etihad.
Oh, true.
That's gonna be an interesting
That's
game
a
this
crash.
weekend,
Like,
man.
that's what we do.
And we
man.
still got Arsenal Brentford, and you know what happened last season? We drew one of them, so you know I don't know what happened this week.
They're gonna get crashed on.
You think so?
Yeah.
Paul Turney's on VAR, you know.
Arsenal destroy.
They're gonna
You know why
get
Paul
crashed on.
Turney's on VAR? Because of the next game we're going to talk about. Forest versus Liverpool. Absolute nightmare. Drop ball incident. Did you guys know about the drop ball incident?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fuad loves that one.
Controversy of a drop ball. So there was a corner, floated in, got cleared away. Nottingham Forest had the ball. And then the referee stopped play for a head injury for a Liverpool player. I think it was a Liverpool player, isn't it?
Yeah, it was Konate.
Konate. And then what the referee did is like, okay, cool, drop ball. It should be the drop ball to Nottingham Forest because, you know, they had the ball last. And he said he gave it to Kelleher. He said, there you go, drop the ball there. 1 minute, 50 seconds later, Nunez gets the header.
Listen, I said this yesterday, and a lot of Liverpool fans were getting onto it. But I said, hey, look, I love a good farewell tour, the Jurgen Klopp farewell tour. But I don't know, maybe this was a little sketchy. I was like, this is almost reminiscent of Fergie-esque, you know, Fergie time. You know what I'm saying? I hear they're calling it Kloppage time these days.
Kloppage time.
Listen,
Kloppage
have you
time
seen
TV.
Liverpool have the most late winners, I think, in Premier League history, and I think half of those have come in the Klopp era. So
it?
Yeah,
respect Klopp's thing.
Liverpool
And
don't
even
know
this
when they're
season, they've been getting a lot of late winners. They won the cup the other day on the late winner. So
Nunez's
listen, man.
goal versus Forest.
Fergie,
was
come get your
Liverpool's-
chain back.
Was Liverpool's latest winning goal in the Premier League game since records began in 06 or 07.
The latest.
He said, Fergie, get your chain back.
Leah's reaction was like, hey, yo, what?
Say no more. Hey, you keep my
No.
my OG's name out of your mouth, bro. Hey,
listen.
keep my OG's name out of your mouth.
Okay, so you're saying you're
For me, that was an
very dodgy.
outlandish decision, bro. And the fact that he's been dropped for the next week's round of fixtures says it all, bro. Like, I'm sorry, he's been caught red-handed. It should have been given to Nottingham Forest. And the whole reason is, it happened a minute and a half later or whatever. But no, it's come from a consequence of that ball being kicked this way. The corner happens then. Right after the corner, McAllister puts in a beautiful cross. We could talk on him as well.
Yeah, he's quality.
But you get the last-minute winner. And listen, Nottingham Forest probably should have put the game away before that. I think Elanga had
A lot of chances.
huge sitters.
A lot of
And
chances.
I think even Liverpool had their chances in the game. Listen, if it was a draw, I felt like it would have been a fair result.
But it's like what's been said throughout the Premier League season. Stuff balances out. They got the VAR incident for the Liverpool.
And that's all I kept
So
getting.
now
in
it
the comments,
balances out, then they get this one.
How's a Tottenham fan gonna tell me about cheating? I'm like, bro, listen, move on, brother.
No, I mean, there is I completely agree with that, right? Like, this is why I laugh all the time when people are like, oh, there's clearly like an agenda against this team. There's an agenda against this team, or VAR hates us. VAR is just consistently shit across the board. So I do hear that, to be fair. Like, this week it's going to be Liverpool. Next week, Forest will scam somebody else.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That's really just how the game goes. But I do hear you, to be fair. Like, anyone really saying, oh, it's a minute 15 after, these things matter. And if that had happened against Liverpool, they rightfully would have been outraged by it. But I want to talk about Liverpool in one way, because there's one guy on this podcast who loves using the word unsustainable about them.
Abs.
Was he? Is he your co-commentator?
He was my co-commentator.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Bein Sports.
We had any free plugs
What about
on it.
Chelsea's YouTube channel?
Shout out Chuck's YouTube channel. Shout out Abu Fullah's YouTube channel.
Other providers are
But and that was an opinion that I saw really like mirrored a lot over social media. Especially like Arsenal fans were saying like, oh, this isn't sustainable. City fans are saying this isn't sustainable. But I feel like when we're this late into the season now, and also when we've seen Liverpool kind of play like this over the years, maybe not to this extreme, but they've shown that they're not a team that is going to be as dominant over 90 minutes like City. They are going to concede a lot of chances. They are going to be scrappy at times, but they consistently know how to get it done. At some point, you kind of have to hold your hands up and say, this is sustainable. This is just the way they play, and this is just the way they do things. And especially when it's Klopp's last season, forget about sustainability. They're just trying to win the league at this point, bro. Like, it might be, okay, going into next season, this starts to catch up on them. But they don't give a shit about next season, bro. They have 4 months left of this current manager.
Yeah.
They're going to do whatever it takes to get over the line. They have almost half their team out injured. At this point, you kind of just have to hold your hands up and say, hey, man, you can hate all you want. You can say, oh, this is going to come to an end all you want. But they're here for a reason.
And I think when you saw the first 10 games of the season, you saw McAllister playing in the 6. I think that's where maybe a lot of people question it. But I think the way the individuals have just stepped up. And I think now the fact that you're seeing players like Alisson even missing, Salah's missing, Trent is missing, and the performance levels still haven't dropped. And it's like, these guys are actually relentless. They're back to being Liverpool of old, but almost like a newer version. And I think you have to give massive credit to Klopp, because there was always the 7-year, this 7-year, that, but he's actually built this 2.0 version, if you like, with a lot of these new guys being at the forefront, the Konates, the McAllister, Darwin Nunez now, since the new year, this turn of leaf that he's had, he might be finally connecting the dots, bruv. But I think the one thing about Liverpool you've never been able to question is their mentality and kind of resilience of seeing games. And now you're almost seeing them get those champion winners, if you like, in these
They're able
types
to
of
call on
games.
these players like Bobby Clark, dance, and then they'd be like, they're still showing that hunger and
No, but
desire.
that's part of the culture, Liverpool culture.
Yeah.
Once you've established a culture in your club and you build that foundations, right?
Facts.
It just goes
It's
throughout the
really
whole
as
team.
simple as that, bro. I remember like under Sir Alex's last year there, and people were saying, oh, it's unsustainable, like, oh, the way they're playing. Like, bro, you get to a point in the season, in March especially, that you're just almost playing off like instincts at this point, bro. You're like in a flow state, if you want to call it that. You're just bringing on players. Anyone who really comes in knows their role, and they
Did you see the midfield 3?
Joe Gomez in the
100%.
6.
Joe Gomez in the 6 and McAllister. Bro, like
people,
this
people
tells
just
you.
know at this point in the season, I'm gonna come in, I know what my job is, and that's it. Next game we go again. Like all this talk about like, oh, tactically are they strong enough? Are they creating enough chances? Or they keep that's stuff you want to worry about in the first 5-10 games when you're trying to set that precedent. But when you're in March, bro, and you're this far into the season already, and you've shown who you are, come on, man.
I think this may be crazy, but I think in terms of almost like narratives, I do think Liverpool winning the Premier League would be the best thing to happen, if that made sense. I think City obviously have their domination era, but if Liverpool win this,
Respectfully, I disagree.
no.
Respectfully,
I feel like
I don't know why he
Yeah, we know.
I hear it, and he calls me a hater. now you see that.
hey, I got hate coursing through my veins, bro.
So wait, who do you want to win?
Is it 0% for Liverpool?
Nah, I'm not delusional. I'm a hater. I'm a hater. I'm not an idiot.
So who do you want to win?
Huh? Arsenal. I'd rather Arsenal win the league over City.
See, for me, I'm like, you
don't want
got
us to
Klopp,
win,
you
man.
got Klopp.
On my life, I do. I want you guys to win it last year.
Okay, then welcome to the
Nasty
parade.
work.
Nah, relay. I'm not going to this
Nasty
parade.
work.
Once the
Come to
business
the parade,
is
broski.
done, once you guys deny Liverpool and City, my work is done, bro. I clean my hands of Arsenal.
Come to the parade, bro.
I'm
Trust
good,
me.
bro. I'm good.
feel
To
like
the Champions League parade as well. You can come to the Champions League one as well.
Go ahead, make your point real quick.
Chill. I didn't even want to get in on that because I started that shit. I was like, oh.
Crazy. Yeah, this is
We're
your
gonna
word.
start that now. We're gonna start that now. We're gonna start that. Who's your
If it
champion?
actually happened, oh my god.
Yeah, you're cooked, bro.
All I'll be able to do, I said it first. I told you not. Nah, but I just feel like in terms of like obviously being Klopp's last hurrah, I think it could be Salah's last season as well.
A lot of people saying
I think with the City obviously dominating so much, we've always said this is the City Paul era. But then if they now get 2 titles within that kind of era, it makes it a bit more of a rivalry. Do you know what I mean? So I just think in terms of narratives and everything, I do think Liverpool winning it, and then Klopp's last hurrah. I don't know what it is about that. For me, I'm all in, man. I know Faisal's been doing a lot of.
Oh my God! Hey, Liverpool fans,
trying to get to the farewell tour.
One second.
I'm not trying to get there. But I just think it'd be a good
Liverpool
story.
fans, put this camera on me. I hope you guys aren't getting fooled by what this guy is doing, bro. I really hope you guys aren't getting fooled. Faisal's our only representative on SDS. He's the only one that rides up. Faisal is with you guys this year. Next year he'll jump ship, bro. Do not get fooled by that guy, bro. Honestly, when I saw him post that Van Dijk clip, composure, period. Full stop. You're cringe as hell, bro. You're cringe as hell, bro.
I love it though. I love it.
Yeah, same.
I love it. It's crazy because once the camera shut off, he says Liverpool are shit. Yeah,
bro.
Oh, sorry.
I thought they can.
Watch. If they ever get Trent, he's washing his hands with you guys.
Fully.
He's been
It's
waiting for
literally
that guy,
that's all
bro.
it's almost like protection for him. He's just like, I'm one of you guys. I'm really just watching him.
Yeah, I want him.
Yeah, well, they said last week they found his
Stalker.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Trent has a stalker
Don't
now.
expose him too much.
My man, no?
He's a short Rocky man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Kelleher though. Yeah, I think Kelleher, right? He kind of just represents this mentality too of Liverpool that next man up. Allison is out for I think a long period of the season as well
The
too.
rest of the season, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it anyways. Kelleher, who has really basically not played all season, comes in, was massive in the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
Big again this weekend. I think he deserves massive credit.
He looks like such an assured goalkeeper as well.
I think, look, bro, you look at most of the goalkeepers in the league, he could go to most of those teams and definitely challenge for that number 1 spot, bro. He's looked really good. And then McAllister as well, too. I know Nunez scores the goal, but I thought McAllister had a really assured performance, bro. Honestly. And you look at this window where there were so many big-name midfield signings, right? Mount. There was, to be fair, Madison has been quite good. Most teams brought in a big Chelsea. They brought in one of their own.
I feel like what happened so early on is like the first 10 games of the season, every new signing is doing well, and every signing is signing of the season.
But McAllister,
for me, he is running away with that title.
And you know what it was with McAllister as well too. He cost £35 million, while all these guys were going for 65, 60, 70.
Look who Brighton sold that season. They sold 20 million and then 35 million.
Liverpool came in under everyone's nose, activated the release clause for 35 million, and he's quietly, again, he hasn't been scoring bangers every single, he had that one against, I think, Fulham where he was amazing, but he hasn't been like doing these crazy star-studded performances, but he's been quietly going about his business all year. Started off the season playing in a position that he doesn't normally play.
I was just about to say this, yeah.
Now he's kind of been given the liberty of Endo in behind him. I think Gomez was playing defensive midfielder
he's
today.
played all 3 of the roles.
Yeah, exactly.
In that
and it was a reason why myself, and I think Umir said it as well too, over the summer we were looking at City as potentially getting him as a Gundogan replacement because he's another guy who can kind of play first phase, second phase, third phase. Liverpool got there before them. They ended up getting Nunez, and I think he's been one of the, again, not the biggest name in Liverpool's team this year, but I think consistently this year he's been a really good player.
Because they're looking at Szoboszlai, and then now McAllister has overtaken it. It says, I had a stat here, it said he created 6 chances against Forest, the most he's ever provided in a single Premier League game.
He's just one of those guys. He doesn't really have a weakness to his technical game.
It's true.
Yeah,
he's one that rode off that World Cup hype, and he's still quality.
He was good. He was good before the World Cup too.
Yeah. No, he was really good. But let's look on the flip side. Forest, the Elanga shit show, as we like to call it, missed some crucial chances, man.
Yeah, man. Too busy doing.
Tippy tappies.
In the gym videos.
I was like, yeah, man, that shit's cute. But I thought that first 1v1 was crazy as well. I felt like he could have gone around the keeper, could have just had a better finish. Second chance was a big one as well. But listen, those chances come few and far against a team like Liverpool as well. And if you don't take them, at some point you're going to get punished. And it was almost one of those games where it was like, it was the way they got punished for me where I just felt it was a bit harsh. I felt like they at least kind of deserved the draw. They kind of hung in it enough. But yeah, it is what it is.
I feel like that's been the repeat of the season. When you play Liverpool, you're getting your chances, but you're not tucking them away, and then Liverpool just do what they do. Grind it out.
Not us. Not us.
Fulham scored 3 at Anfield and they still lost.
You know what I mean?
And they just have this never say die mentality, man. Liverpool don't know when they're beat.
Yeah.
It goes to like what you were saying about last minute goals. Honestly, this team never knows when to quit.
Except when they're at the Emirates. But listen.
Everyone's getting their little legs.
Yeah, come get your chain back. But yeah, Gakpo. I want to speak about Gakpo a little bit. He's looking like he has no confidence right now. It's like he's been playing centre mid, left wing, striker. When Liverpool bought him, I think they originally were trying to buy him for the number 9 role. He hasn't done well in that role. I think he does better off the left.
That was the issue. And I remember when they signed him, I said, I think he's going to get lost in the sauce a little bit because all the kind of positions, they just signed Darwin. They had Salah there. They still had Jota, who was scoring goals at the time. Diaz was the big money sign. So I said, the front three, I don't know where he's really going to start. In Holland, at the World Cup, I remember they tried playing him in this midfield role, and I was like, he is not a midfielder. As soon as he came, Klopp almost tried to turn him into an 8 and then a number 9. And I was like, he's neither position.
You remember Ten Hag wanted to buy him as a number 9 as well, too.
Yeah.
I had
and it was all off the World Cup performances. And I was like, if anybody watched him at PSV, he was a touchline winger. On the left, up and down. The problem is he's 6'2", so you see him and you're like, nah, we can use your height.
And the thing is too, the thing with him as well too is he's not explosive either. And so that's when you think, winger, can he really beat his man?
And
like
he's a bit like Gravenberch, to be fair.
Both of them are the same,
both
bro.
got the size, and you're
It's
like,
so clunky.
you could use it so well if you know how to use it, but you're not using it to your advantage. And I just feel like he's in danger of almost like just becoming like just that squad player. But I don't think that's a problem because how much did they sign him for? 37 million, something like that.
Kind of went under everyone's radar.
Under the radar, and similarly, if he just fills various positions but does it to just like a 7 out of 10 level, I don't think any Liverpool fans expected him to pull up trees, expected him to be top goal scorer or genuinely pushing Salah or Diaz. It's just a case of when you come in, be competent.
Which he has to be. I think he has 10 plus goals in all competitions. I think in the Europa League he's been quite good. I think I saw a video on Twitter this week about Gakpo, where they were kind of highlighting a weakness in his game is that when he gets the ball at his feet, because his best attribute is definitely shooting. He can strike a ball, but he doesn't really get it out of his feet and then shoot it in time. A lot of his shots end up getting blocked, and I think it's because you look at someone like Jota, sharpshooter, Salah, they get the ball out of their feet extremely quick when they want to shoot it. Gakpo, it's not as like, okay, he takes the touch and then he almost has to like take a few tippy taps.
He's heavy footed.
It's too much. I don't think he has like the ruthlessness really in his game and the quickness with his feet to get his shots off consistently in the Prem.
It's so weird. It's both the Dutch players in that side where I'm like,
same build, same profile,
bro. Those two could be special players, but if they apply their skill set correctly, and Gravenberch is another one where so many times this season I've watched, I'm like, bro, when you was at Ajax, I thought he was going to be a generation midfielder. Went by and it didn't work out. It's come here. He's been in and out of the side.
But
just in flashes you've seen in moments. But I'm like, I do think both of them could be useful, good quality depth off the bench. You know what I mean? Like late in the game, and I don't think. I know a lot of people have been criticizing Gakpo, but I'm like, I don't think people expected much from him. So it's like to all of a sudden now be bashing him, he's a flop. I'm like, is he really? Yeah. What did you really expect?
We need to do a review.
Like, give me 8 to 12 goals and assists each season. You're good.
All of them.
But he didn't come from Ajax.
I mean,
you see,
but
casual.
still,
you see, stick to the Prem, bro. Stick to the Prem.
I was waiting for the Prem.
Stick to the Prem, bro.
I was like a shark in water. I was a shark in water, smelling the blood. We got it. He went there. Oh man, you're a casual, man. Get his ass.
No, he doesn't even know who I was talking about.
Who?
Gravenberch. You're talking about Gakpo. He tried to get me. He didn't even know what I was talking about. He tried to get me. Just chill, little bro. I got you. Like, yeah, just chill, little bro.
You can fool these two casuals.
Chill, little bro.
So he's the real Prem top.
I'm gonna get Gakpo.
I like that. But we got some analysis from a Forest fan, Forrest Gump. He's back. He said still ain't recovered from the horror show of refereeing yesterday. Consistently subpar refereeing against us. Not saying we didn't have chances, but it really is a ridiculous decision to give Liverpool the ball there, and this can't keep happening in the Premier League. The refs need to come out and justify their decisions, and if it's very clear and obviously wrong, there should be some sort of repercussions. Absolute head loss. We got analysis from FM, who's a Liverpool fan. He said, seeing Gomez in the 6th position on the team sheet instantly told me that this was going to be another tough game. Our build-up today felt slightly slow, but this is a compliment to how Forest packed out the midfield, thus only allowing for space in the flanks. Them sitting in for large parts, it was clear that the counter was going to be our biggest battle, but VVD and Kanate today were also immense. And then Alex Tech, who's also another Liverpool fan, said Liverpool attack fairly toothless in recent weeks with Jota, Darwin and Salah all out, but Luis Diaz really has stepped up in his performances, been at the heart of a lot of our attacking threats. Finally, McAllister has been our main creative playmaker of Trent out, and today was an excellent show of his talents. Man of the match for me. Let's go to the next game, to the G-Tech Stadium. Brentford versus Chelsea. We saw some head loss on on Twitter from Chelsea fans, they were going absolutely nuts because when you're going up against Brentford, who, if I see here correctly, they have had
Who runs West London?
6 points in the last 12 games.
This is what they need. Someone need this.
They need a chain back.
Go get that.
They ain't got that, bro.
Some pearls there. Man are switching up, you know. Couple SDS appearances and gone from chains to pearls. Hey, Shark Nation. Hey, cut the checks, dude. That's it. Hey,
You've been hanging out with AD too much.
yeah, for real, bro.
The Dutch guys, you know what I'm saying?
Actually, I hear it. But listen, like I said, Brentford have only got 6 points in the last 12 games. Chelsea went 1-0 up through Nico Jackson. A good header.
Hey, can we talk about the cross as well? Malo Gusto, man. Yeah. I saw the brother pop in no-look passes before that as well. That brother's a special talent,
Gusto's
man.
been really good.
I remember when he signed, I remember tweeting out saying Reece James could be injured for the whole season, and I promise you Chelsea won't blink. And so far, I can't lie to you, Reece who?
It's actually true. Gusto's been that good, yeah.
Bro, he has been incredible, bro. And listen, you might have to convert Reece James into a right winger.
Or a midfielder.
What
midfield at Wigan.
He did. I think, listen, it opens up to do more.
That's a headache for Poch.
I just thought that assist,
That nigga's on the sideline more time anyway, man.
Worth noting.
We'll see if Poch is even still in the job, to be fair. But yeah, Brentford brought it back, obviously. Roslev equalised, and then what a goal from you, man.
Yo, what did he say? Hey, Ren, I knew you could hoop, but I didn't know you had that in your locker.
What a bicycle.
What I tell you about AFCON, like going to a retreat, you know what I mean?
Goal of the week.
Come on, bro.
Goal of the week. The technique on that. That's them ankle joint, not none of that Rooney shin pad.
Not the Garnacho stuff.
None of that Garnacho.
Yeah.
Real ankle work. That real technique.
But I did try that 3 times in the game, but you know.
What are we doing here?
Real ankle attack is crazy.
Just watching his face just crash out there. What the f*** are we doing?
Why do you keep firing streets at my club, bro? First that's Sir Alex, now Rooney. Anybody can get it. That's just twice now, bro.
Yeah, man. You gotta get your chain back from him.
Hey.
Damn, man. Say no more.
No. But
no
great
more.
goal. Great goal.
What a goal, man. What a goal. And then decisive obviously equalised. But listen, Chelsea fans obviously fuming. They went 1-0 up at half time. And then they're looking at this second half. They're like, they don't understand why Poch, whenever it comes to the second half of a game, all of a sudden they decide, low block, let's park the bus a little bit. Let's try and hold on to this 1-0 lead. And then look what happens. Brentford came back 2-1. And it doesn't make sense for Chelsea fans right now. And I think they've lost a lot of faith with Pochettino. I mean, they had lost earlier, but I think that was the final straw for them. That was the one who was like,
This was the final straw.
Really?
You should have beaten
Liverpool should have been the final straw, bro.
That's a cup final, though.
No, but still.
They played against literally like 16-year-olds from the academy.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think for that game, it was less on Poch, in my opinion. In terms of the chances they had,
big
what
chances.
can Poch coach at that point?
I don't know. I wasn't impressed with Pochettino.
Like Gallagher, you meant to miss that one-on-one? Like, come on, man.
I hear it, but fair enough. I
It's
think
one of those
there's been a number of instances this season
It
where
was
you
building.
can
It
look
was
at
building.
Pochettino.
It was building.
But it's
Yeah.
funny, actually. I think when Brentford went down 2-1 or when it was 1-1, their fans were booing Brentford.
Yeah.
Like their own fans. That's how bad Chelsea are. Brentford fans who have 6 points out of their last 12 games are mad that they're not beating Chelsea.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think since Brentford have come up, Chelsea have only beaten them once.
That's crazy, no.
Who really runs West London?
Them.
Streets are cold out there, man. Fulham running riot, Brentford running riot, Chelsea. Stand up, you weaken the knees.
Listen, Rennie Diouf scored a great bicycle kick. That was the third time you tried at that game as well, man. I saw the 2 other instances.
That was hilarious, yeah. Do
trying.
you know,
It's like-
third time's a charm, baby.
Training practice, you know what I mean? You just got to make sure you get the technique right.
You
And
got
after
the
I got it right, you know what I'm saying?
Fair play. But listen, what are we saying with Poch? Is it sack him now? Wait for the FA Cup game?
No,
sack
don't.
him after that?
No.
When do we sack him?
There's
Sack him
there's-
this summer.
there's no
wait
point
till the season.
sacking him.
Like Ten Hag.
But for me,
first.
listen, I know Chelsea are way off. What did Chelsea expect this season?
More than this, for sure.
No. I'm asking a
Pull up the
question.
league table
I'm
real
asking
quick.
a question.
Hold on. Go pull up the league
I'm
table.
Pull up
asking
that
a
league
question.
table for me.
Yeah.
They're in 11th.
No, I know.
What were Chelsea expecting this season?
I just asked a question.
Not to be 11th. It's as simple as that.
Ask me questions.
asking a simple question.
Come on, bro.
Chelsea-
What, when the season started with Pochettino and
Yeah.
you knew you had all these kids
Yeah.
and you knew you hadn't signed a striker, you knew you
Hold on, they
didn't
did sign
have a
a
creative
striker.
midfielder.
They signed 2. They signed 2 forwards. And then
One was
injured.
injured. Well, one was injured, and one was like 30 million. Man, he was never really.
30 million.
I'm
30
saying,
million.
I'm
He's
saying,
not really the long term.
I'm saying,
okay.
let's be honest. When you saw that front line, you knew there wasn't going to be a lot of goals in there. You knew they hadn't fixed their number 9 position. So I'm saying, what did you each going around the table? What did you guys expect from Chelsea?
I had Chelsea finishing 6th or at least challenging for
Europa.
European positions, bro. Not to finish 11th.
Okay, you?
Yeah, I'll say that. Top 8, top 7.
Top half. They're 11th. What are we doing here?
I'll say-
What do we expect from them not to be 11th?
Because of Poch's record, the new signs, top half.
Yeah.
So for me,
Was Poch this stubborn at Tottenham
What do you mean? Was
in
Poch
terms of
stubborn?
in terms of tactics?
Yeah. Poch always used to get criticised for his substitutions. I think sometimes maybe the staleness of sticking to one system, but the one thing I think maybe the first 2 or 3 years, he was switching around a lot. That's, for me, listen, I think he should be given a bit more time. I think when you look at the Chelsea situation, the board, the players, this is a lot to do. It's the same situation similar to like United. It's a mess, bro, from top to bottom. And I think no matter who came in, you've got a tough job to do.
That's true.
If I think you let him go, you're completely just starting all over again. It's Potter all over again. Like you've been through this sacking managers or whatever. You almost have to go through a rough period.
Well, why did they
and
just
a
go
rough
through
side.
that with Potter then?
Guess what? They didn't believe in Potter like that. Pochettino, maybe you do. And let's be honest, Pochettino has a better track record than Potter. For me, I think if you give him the summer, you can clearly see there's holes in this team. Let him recruit what he needs to recruit. If the first 10 games or whatever, you're not seeing that substantial improvement, I'm all for it. Sack him. But I just think right now it's an easy and lazy thing to do. And then you start all over again. By Christmas, again, we're talking about Chelsea's 12th. And this new current manager, Amorim, whoever it might be, he's not fit for the Premier. It's just the same cycle over and over. And I know I sound like Liban when he says ride the storm and it's just break the cycle. I can see it in his eyes. I know but with Chelsea, they've never had to ride a storm. They've never had to just stick with something through a process. And I think many a times this season we've been like, okay, the Chelsea team are creating chances, but they're just not putting them away because they don't have the striker. Then it's like, okay, they dominate for 80 minutes of the game and it takes one lapse from a Disassi or Colwell and they concede a Cucurella or Chilwell. Like so many times we've looked at individuals in this Chelsea team and called them out for their glaring issues or miss. Where the hell has Mudryk been for the money he signed? Sterling as a senior player.
Doesn't play him.
And
It's funny because he has a good performance.
because every time he's played him, he's been a shell of himself, bro. Come on,
Stop that. Mudryk has been.
You are not about to do Mudryk defense.
Mudryk has had promising performances when he comes off the bench, bro.
He hasn't recently. The
Bro.
caliber have been okay.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. There was a
what can
caliber
you expect?
expected,
What can
and no. What I'm saying is there's a lot of spinning wheels here. And to all of a sudden be like, Poch, you got to get this right, and we got to be competing for Champions League. For me, don't get twisted. I expected.
No, but you said European.
I expected European play 6th, 5th, maybe outside Champions League.
Even 8th gets you European football this year, bro.
But for me, I just think the
too
fact
much.
that how it's gone, I'm also not surprised by it. Does that make sense? And for me, I'm like, if you thought that Chelsea were going to be right back up there this season just because of you are delusional.
No, but
bro.
Fuad, there's
and
a-
you
there's
really
a-
underestimate the strength of this league, and you're overestimating.
Nah,
just
don't do that.
No.
Don't do
You're
that.
overestimating the
This league
strength
stinks
of
this
this.
year, Fuad, this league stinks this year, bro.
No. To be competing for the Champions League spots.
I didn't say- I said, bro.
They're not better than Spurs. They're not better than Villa.
Fuad, there's a middle ground though. There's a middle ground between top 4 and 11th, bro. What, 9th, 8th, 10th, 7th? Can they finish in there?
And if they're there, does
that
let
make it
me
better?
say this: if Chelsea are 9th right now, does their season really look that much better?
It looks 2 positions better, Fuad. They're below teams that have had poor seasons.
That would do position.
Fuad, we have criticized
Chelsea
David
are
Moyes
8th
this season.
or
We have
11th.
criticized Ten Hag this season. We have criticized Eddie Howe this season. He's underneath all of them.
I'm not saying Poch is above criticizing. I feel he deserves a lot of criticism for the things that have gone wrong. But I'm saying if you change it all over again,
It's a long process. You start.
it's
Restart
such
again.
a long process. For me, I genuinely think if Poch at the start of the season, all the Chelsea fans were on board. Obviously, he's experts, so no matter what, they were waiting for the first moment to jump off board. As soon as a couple started jumping, now everybody's Poch out. And I'm like, why are you lot so fickle? What has changed from the start of the season to this season? And it's like, you knew there was going to be a rough process to go through. You're going through that. But you're still seeing a few flashes of players that might give you hope. And guess what? In the summer, you get another chance to recruit. go again.
then-
Is Pochettino that far out of his depth at Chelsea? Like he should be gone?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, no, I genuinely think so. I genuinely think
I
so.
don't think you've ever been a big Poch fan.
No, fairs
in general.
Fairs, but
mean Messi looks average.
Fairs, but he's not helping him. He's not helping
More
his case
than
in my
just
ass
Messi,
right now,
bro.
bro.
The whole
He's
team.
not really helping his case.
I just look at that team and I'm just like, there's so many glaring holes in there. Any manager who went in there, I don't care if it was a De Zerbi, I don't care even if it was Pep.
Nah,
Let
Pep's
me
doing
say
something.
this.
Maybe I went too far.
I went too high.
Yes,
Yeah.
that Donny there with a Lego head.
That's a Roblox.
I think you're letting him off
extremely
extremely.
light.
But I think this season you gave Chelsea a free pass.
No, you can't give him a free pass,
No,
though.
no
Yeah,
free
you can't
passes.
give him a free
No
pass,
free
bro.
passes.
That's what he's saying,
He
free pass.
holds smoke for what he's done wrong fully.
Yes.
But I'm saying, you sack him now, you're not gonna become a better club.
You definitely might, bro.
Do you reckon?
Yes,
No, I don't think so.
Go bring Frank Lampard for a third run. Go on.
That's why I keep
What
saying.
are you gonna do? Gus Hiddink again?
Why would you?
Avram Grant. That's all these men know.
No,
Short-term fix, short-term fix. For once, stick with something.
Fuad.
20 years, the program for Chelsea has been chop change, we win. Chop change,
But no
we
one's
win.
saying that. I'm not saying that.
Alright, what are you saying?
You can go hire another long-term manager, but just one that's better than Pochettino, bro. The ones that you just named, bro. De Zerbi in 2024, I'd rather have him than Pochettino.
You think deserves it?
You think deserves
Why not?
Brighton to come Chelsea?
Why not?
Come on, man. Look
Why
at the
not?
messes, bro.
Why not? What? De Zerbi's not gonna go to Chelsea.
I don't think so.
Where's he gonna go?
I don't think he doesn't go Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea looks that much of an exciting prospect to manage now.
The Guardian just reported today that
haven't seen
that him
Tuchel,
and Amrabat
haven't
are
seen
both on their
Potter,
list.
and haven't seen Pochettino within the space of what 3 years.
He's better than
All
all.
get
Oh no, he's not better than.
Bro.
He should never
Bro,
refer to
yeah, listen to what
wait,
I'm saying.
go
Listen
on,
to
go
what I'm
on.
saying. Those three managers, the manager that won the Champions League, the one that was supposed to come in and rejuvenate, and then the next one that was supposed to come in and rejuvenate, have all been chopped like it's nothing. Then, do you think the next manager who's a hot prospect is going to look at that job? And
Yes.
say,
And I'll tell you why. I support Man United. Moyes, Van Gaal, Jose Mourinho.
What the hell do those mean?
Eric Ten Hag.
What the hell did those
Let me
mean?
tell you, Eric Ten Hag still took the job because it has money, it has prestige, and it's a step up from Brighton, bro.
Ten Hag was at Ajax, bro. De Zerbi knows
Zerbi
he's
is
in the
at Brighton, bro.
He's already in the Premier League, bro. He's in a
Oh, come
prime
on.
position. For me, I think if AC Milan
think I
comes,
stay?
I think
Yeah,
De
Devils love the
Zerbi can
clubs.
get a better job than Chelsea. And at the moment, he's comfortable where he is. I don't think he goes Chelsea.
Do you know why?
And for me,
He's just one example. I don't even want to stick on the Zerbi. My point is, you can go. You talked about a few managers: Simone Inzaghi, Ruben Amorim. Right now, they are all showing you more modern
Ruben
ideas.
Amorim. That's
What?
the
The
cool
guy who's
hipster
gonna win
name.
the guy who's
That's
gonna win the
hipster name to
the
throw
guy who's
around.
gonna win the league. He's gonna win the league.
When he
with
comes
Sporting
and he's
Lisbon.
drowning by Christmas, they'll be
the
saying,
team-
"We hired a Donny from the Portuguese league."
There you go.
From the Portuguese league.
That's what they say about Ten Hag
They
now.
hired
That's what they say about Ten Hag now.
They told me he's the new Jose.
They hired a guy from the
They told me
Portuguese
he's
league.
the
They won
new
the
Jose.
league, bro. They hired a guy from the Portuguese league. He's their best manager ever, bro. You just love Pochettino. I'm telling you, you just love Pochettino.
I'm not a fan of
I've been gunning for Pochettino many times this season. Trust me, there is no like Spurs loving here happening.
I
I'm just
don't
saying.
see the way they're playing. It's like the way you're dressing this up is as if like Chelsea, just one step away or it's like
No,
one
I
finish
did not
away.
say that.
Chelsea don't play
I did
that
not
great of
say that.
football, bro. I watched Chelsea come to Old Trafford and get pogged by Amrabat, bro. I watched Amrabat run smoke on that midfield. Chelsea are not this team that's like, oh, maybe one or two sides. The manager, for me, clearly has an issue with getting like so-called Chelsea's best players on side. And I think that's what's actually going to
And
hurt
who
them
are
the
those?
most. Hold on, let me finish.
Who are those?
I let you speak. Let me finish right here. The players that Chelsea have invested the most money in, like it or not, is who Pochettino or any manager is going to be judged on the most. And that's Enzo, that's Mudryk, that's Fofana when he comes back, but to be fair to him, that's not Pochettino's problem. He's been injured. And Kunku, Jack, those are the players that Pochettino is going to be mostly judged on. And Caicedo, of course, too. Yeah. How many of those can you realistically say Pochettino has gotten the best out of this season? I don't think you can say many, bro. I don't think you can say many. And they have to take responsibility, of course. But he, as the manager, also has to take massive responsibility, bro.
Facts. But then also, for me, it's a case of players like Gusto. When you've seen Madueke, the players who have come in.
What has Madueke done this year?
There was
Come
a
on,
spell
he's
when
had
he
spells
came in
moments
and
as well, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's had spells and moments.
So you were gassing up Mudryk 2 seconds ago, but you want to show love Madueke?
Yeah, Madueke gives
Get the f*** out of here. They are two of the cheeks of the same ass. That's what we want to do.
Left and right. There we go.
Bro, what are we doing here?
Madueke, bro.
So for me, listen, I'm not saying Poch is perfect. He definitely deserves his criticism this year, but I just don't see how the situation improves by getting him in and going into a managerial market that is murky at the moment and no guarantees of success. You've done the chop and change with Potter. Just stick through this. In the summer, you have an opportunity where clearly you have an owner who's willing to spend. This youth prospect project hasn't worked. Go and get some experienced head and go and get a shooter. If the start of next season it's not looking any better, get him out.
Yeah,
there's no
That's
reason.
a fair point, yeah.
But if right now you're saying, okay, get him out, get a new man in, and inshallah, it'll work. Bro, we've been here before. We've been here before.
Done this dance
So
before.
you've done this dance
there's
before.
There's a few
And
better managers on the market than Pochettino. That's
the
just-
last-
I know you're going to say Simeone and Zaghi.
He's better than Pochettino.
Is he going to leave Inter?
Maybe. Well, you know,
Look at this! Champions League finalist last year, winning Serie A this year. You think he's going to come Chelsea?
why not?
Come on, man.
Why?
Stop
doing that.
It's money.
Chill, man.
Chelsea throw that money.
Thomas Tuchel was rotten at PSG.
You guys underestimate how much the Premier League and how much an owner like Todd Bowley giving money.
I think
prestige
managers
as well,
now
too.
are more self-aware than
but
ever to
they're
just
looking
walk
at
into them.
teams.
They're looking at teams now, and it's not just Premier League. I just want to beat it. No, you can get to the Premier League if you're good enough. Just bide your time.
100%. But there's
So
only
for
so
me,
many
someone
jobs,
like
bro.
Simeone Inzaghi is not going to write him off. All the work is just done at Inter to go Chelsea for a season, just to be like, hey, London, bro.
He
Nobody
might,
care
bro.
about
I'm
that.
telling you,
Nah,
he
I don't
might.
think so.
I think he might, bro. London,
And I'm
London,
telling
Chelsea, the money, the prestige. I think he might make.
But you're looking at
That's
the
just
team.
one
You're looking at
example.
the team. The team's not attracting you to go there, though.
But the team, if you have the money and you have the owner that's going to promise you that he's going to keep investing in this team, the team you have to believe in yourself as a manager that you can get the team there. That's how.
But looking at the owners recently, you don't get a say what signings you get to bring in anyway.
I think you guys underestimate how big managers' egos are. Like, they will go to this Chelsea job, say, like, I could turn this around.
100%, bro. It's happened at United for the last 10 years, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, they might not, but if they come, brother, we will be here to see them drown, and then I'll be here to tell them I told you so. That's all I'm saying.
And Pochettino's going to be where?
Job centre.
Yeah, he's going to be crying about his job.
What?
No, nothing.
Don't joke with that one. Don't joke with that one.
We got analysis from Keenan Lowe. He's a Brentford fan. He said, what is worrying is the rate at which Brentford concede. The entire starting back four, Hickey, me, Pinnock, Henry, is currently injured long term, and the constantly changing defence as a result has not been kind to our keeper Flecken, who has only kept one clean sheet this season in the Prem, has not looked confident for the most part. The Bees may have to win matches for the rest of the season by way of shootout. At this point, every point counts, even though Brentford missed an opportunity to get all three today. If the Bees can continue to put pressure on their opponents defensively like they did today, they should be able to get just enough results wise for survival. Let's go to the next game, Tottenham Hotspur. 3-1 win against Crystal Palace. A tale of two Timos. Mr. 101 gilt-edged chance. You said earlier off camera that everyone could see that he was trying to round the goalkeeper. Everyone and their grandma saw it.
Bro, it was so funny. It was almost like I've always said, with Timo, you're going to get the full Werner experience. Like, you're going to rip your hair out and then you're going to at some point be like, yo, can I reattach them still? Yeah. Bro,
Get a
this-
retwist.
The most frustrating player you'll watch, I think, for any team he's played for. And as you said, with that move, bro, it's like, you can see the lack of confidence in him. One-on-one with the keeper, open space, it's almost like your bread and butter. Go and get your first. And it's like, bro's like, I'm going this way, by the way. Yeah. I'm going this way. Yeah. By the time he's made the move, he's already signaled he's coming here. I'm like, forget about it. But I think with this game, well, almost two different halves, to be fair. I felt like first half, even though they got this new manager, Glasner, and he's getting all this, new football. Bro, they played Roy Hodgson football. They sat 11 men behind the ball. And I was like, you know what? Fair. Some games you just got to come in, no Elise, you got to do your thing. And I felt like they actually done well in the first half to kind of keep us away. Second half, though, I couldn't believe it, because I was like, we're still dominating, still keeping possession, but we're unable to almost break them down. And I was starting to get concerned a little bit about not the dynamics, but the variation of ways, and especially when we don't have like Porro and Udogie offering that natural width as well. And it was like, fucking hell. Then we go down to the free kick. That's when I'm like, all right.
Future Tottenham player.
Hey,
Quality guy.
Barici.
if that brother is not a Tottenham player in the summer, sack the whole recruitment team. I've never seen a more
Double
Tottenham
tens
player.
of him in Madison.
Double tens. Get him on the left, please. Let him come in and have that free roll, please.
I like
You've got Udogie overlapping. If I have Eze, Madders, Kulu,
That's Spurs heritage right there.
Squad builder right there. I
Those
like
are
that.
Spurs kind of
I like
players, bro.
You see it.
Yeah.
You
Very
see it. I
Eze is
feel
a
like
Spurs player, bro.
Eze goes to City or
Nah,
somewhere that.
he's like 26, 27, I swear. Anyways, he's
you
not
need that
younger
prime.
than- no, younger
move.
than- younger than-
nah.
And I feel like
He's younger than that.
No, I don't think he is.
No,
bro. I think Eze
he's
is
about
25.
25, 26 around there. He's hitting that prime now. if that
damn.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
Eze's not
So
as
he
young
needs
as
to find his move then.
If it
Yes.
sounds young.
Eze's not as young as you
been
think
in
he
for a
is.
while.
Yeah.
But I thought beautiful free kick, and for me, he's just a player who just offers you that extra bit of creativity. And even in a bad team like that, he's
You're a
still
footballer, man.
somehow, as
You're
you
a
love to say,
footballer.
he's a
Yeah,
pure
yeah.
footballer, bro.
These
So
catchphrases.
for me, it's like on the left, I would love him there, but it's the reaction after that as well. And I think credit to this team. So many times, sometimes you can find it hard to break down a low block team, but they don't.
And credit to
stop.
Brennan Johnson, especially, man.
He played a great
I
game.
was just about to say, a couple
sub.
of times he's come off the bench, he's made big impact. I remember when he started at the start of the season, I was a bit like, 43, have we overpaid a little bit? But he's slowly and steadily just cutting himself a role in the team. And that goal for Werner is all him. Came off the bench, wins the ball twice, plays a perfect 5-yard pass across the goal. It was a Timo, you can't mix up. So credit to Brennan for that. But then it was after that, you just felt the place wake up. And I was like, I could see this game is going to go 2-1, 3-1. And I kind of called a 3-1. But matters for that assist, Romero.
Brilliant.
That's what I love. Be in those positions. And I think we've spoken about it before as well, where if a centre-back can provide you those 4, 5, 6 goals a season, massive. And I think Romero this season, he's cotton onto that, where he's like, I'm going to be a threat from set pieces, and that's what we need. And then Son, I think, that last finish.
Can I say, by the way, Son, I thought Son played a great game in general, man. Right?
I think since he's come back from Asia Cup, I'll be honest with you, he's got a newfound motivation.
Bro, but it's like I was watching the Faisal clip because people were trying to like rehash it again, where he was basically saying he's only good at finishing. He has horrible link up play. I was watching Son this weekend, and it actually looked like old school Son again in terms of like he was dropping deep, he was linking up play, he was dribbling players again, he was playing play, and all season we've talked about Van Dijk and what the captaincy has kind of done for him in terms of rejuvenating him and like, okay, now it's time to get serious again. I don't think we've spoken about it as much about Son, but I think he has kind of taken that responsibility on. I think he's taken it really, really well. And this was one of the best. He's had games where he's scored more goals, he's been more of a threat, but in terms of overall impact as an attacker, I think it's been one of his better
Can't be
games.
honest with you. When Faisal was saying that, I remember I'd started to even turn on Son. And I was like, bro, you're onto something here. And even Spurs fans were like, yo, Son on the left, it's not looking how it used to look. But can we still make use of him off the line? And I remember in the summer when we got rid of Kane, I was like, for the striker market is a mess. Just move Son into there and try and make use of his finishing ability. But even in the early games, bro, his link-up play, some of the touch, I remember was it for Luton, him, Kulu, and Udogi just linking up there. And I was like, yo.
Yeah.
And I think that what you said, that armband has just given him that sense of responsibility as well. Now he's one of the oldest in the dressing room as well. He's captain for his country.
Yeah, you can't be the guy anymore just like relying off Kane's service or whatever.
Be the main guy now.
I'm Robin.
Yeah, no, you're the guy now.
You're the guy now. And I love that and just kind of giving him that responsibility, but it's how he's taking it as well. And it's just small little moments off the pitch and things like that you see as well, where he's like, Richarlison, go, get your juice type of thing. And you're like, this is what a captain should be doing. So I fully agree there. You feel that kind of sense of responsibility has brought back some motivation for him, but his overall game as well, I just feel like is just brilliant now. And one of the finest finishes in the Premier League. I just thought that
always
finish,
has been.
That finish was
Always
just
has been. That's vintage Son,
3 years ago, what you saw Son just breaking down 1v1 with the keeper, sing.
I think when you talk about best finishers in Premier League history, he ranks like uncomfortably high. To be honest with you,
Top 5?
right? In terms of efficiency,
Yeah.
There's players who have like deeper bags of finishes, right? Like Van Persie, for example, could score from any angle, right foot, left foot, near post.
Van Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy is more the Son role in terms of like if you are 1-on-1. It's almost a goal guarantee.
Think every season how often he's overperformed
his
his
XG.
expected goals. Every single year you hear the stat and you're just like, right, okay, fair play. He's just getting in very good positions type of thing. So credit to him, honestly. But I thought good win. We needed that as well, considering we got Villa next week as well, which is like a 6-pointer. I know we got a game in hand or whatever, but they're hitting form as well. So it's like...
And Villa at home as well, too, are really good.
Yeah. Crunch time of the season, last 10 games now, this is where it really kind of matters. So, listen, we needed that win because what was the last home game? Wolves, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah,
lost
that 2-1, yeah.
Can't be having back-to-back home defeats. Not under the Ange era. Hey, things are different now.
But I wanted to, we talked about it earlier, I wanted to get onto the tough run of fixtures you have coming up soon, I'll say, end of April. You have Man City, you got Arsenal, and you got Liverpool away. How much of a hand on the title race are you guys gonna have?
Bring it on. That's all I'm gonna say. Bring it on because
Are you gonna let us?
They're gonna hold 6 by City, hold 6 by Liverpool, and that game against Arsenal, it's gonna be like going to work.
That's what they're gonna try to do this.
Yeah, remember Battle of the Bridge, Chelsea that season? We're gonna be on some shit like that.
They might throw away their top 4 on purpose, bro.
What, just to ruin it for us? Don't even try that.
We might try to sneak through the 5th place. Top 4. Yeah. Nah, but for real, I'm actually excited for it because I remember start of the season as well when we started really well. We had that kind of tough run of fixtures with Liverpool, Arsenal, and everyone was like, "Oh, how you not gonna fit?" I'm like, bring it on, bro. Like, I want to see this team tested as often as possible. And we've gone through that honeymoon period. We've had our injuries or whatever. Okay, now we're in the second half of the season. You're gonna have to face these tests again, bro. And I don't like running from tests, so bring it on. Give me the North London derby at our ground. Okay, let's go Anfield. Let's see what we can. Like, I'm all for it, bro. Let's see.
It's true.
You man think we ain't got a part to play?
You beat Liverpool this season. You drew against us. City, everyone thought you were gonna get popped that game, and then you drew 3-3.
That was when our injury was at our worst.
You lot are scripting that, you know.
Ange has lined up. Ange has lined his teams up well.
FA Cup, they got us though. FA Cup, they got us.
I'd say Ange has lined his teams up well in big games. To be fair, so
Yeah,
we'll see.
we don't shy away, man.
Iron
Don't
sharpens
shy away.
iron. Isn't that what they say? There you go.
Only 2 teams have scored in 38 consecutive Premier League games: Spurs and Arsenal.
And do you know what's funny? I think in 2024 we haven't scored in the first half. I think it is or something. It was some funny stat like that as well. Yeah, but somehow we keep going, and I think that's the thing. Credit to kind of Ange. He just says, "I don't care, bro.
Yeah.
Keep playing. Go for it." And sometimes we've even
That's
seen
what
where
Ange
he'll get.
says.
What?
He does it in an
What's the
accent.
accent?
Keep going, lads. All right, mate. Crikey.
Leave that shit down to Busquets, bro.
If it was, 4 players,
Alright, Abs loves doing the.
He loves the action.
I love his TikToks.
How many accents did you do as co-commentator?
Not enough, bro. Honestly, I was hoping for more. Abs on his professional thing in commentary, because, bro, I would have loved to see him bring out the Australian, the Cockney, the Manchester.
Let me ask you, lot. What do you lot think? Top 4, Villa or Spurs?
I think Spurs.
I said Villa.
I think
You
Spurs.
said Villa.
I said Villa like a few weeks ago because, well, my biggest.
Sorry. What'd you say?
Haters gonna hate, man. Haters gonna hate, man.
I don't know. I was looking at it a few weeks ago and I was thinking, okay, in terms of like injuries, it seems like Spurs pick up a lot more injuries because of the way they play, because of the way they train, and that could hurt them down the line. But if at the end of the season, last 5-6 games, you have your strongest team,
And they have
Villa have their strongest team, I might favor Spurs. But again,
Injuries.
not even injuries. That 3-game run, that makes or breaks your
They've got the
season, bro.
Conference League still.
That's true. That's actually a good point.
And you know what?
Yeah,
Emery's going to focus on that Conference League.
For some reason, I'm
Yeah.
giving it to you guys, you know.
Just
No,
like,
no, I don't think it's some reason. I think it's them.
like just
Yeah.
the way
I wonder why you
style
think
of
it's-
playing,
I think it's them.
the way they're getting the wins.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look at the other team's manager, and I have more faith
What
in
is
Ange.
wrong? What is wrong with you?
The guy who lost,
Bro, we've moved on for this, bro. We've moved on for
lost
what?
6-1 to Barcelona, bottled the league that season to Monaco, managed us, bottled the top 4 race, lost to Chelsea 4-1.
So he
in the
I-
flops,
I
he
don't-
flops in the Champions League and he bottles title races. It seems like you guys were a match made in heaven, bro. Honestly,
No!
you guys were perfect together, bro.
Hey, I warned you lot about this guy.
Hey, how's
Arsenal fans, I warned you lot.
How's this guy talking like this?
I warned you lot.
I'm with Arsenal just until the end of the season. Spare me of City and Liverpool, and then I can wash
These
my
guys
hands,
had
bro.
Copenhagen and Galatasaray,
And still couldn't get through.
and they finished 4th.
All right.
Get away from me. Don't say all right. It wasn't all right when it was all right.
Arsenal have done that kind of shit like 5 times in the last 30 years, bro.
We won in the Champions League.
Huh?
We won in the
That's
Champions
so
League.
even worse.
Let's see, you know what to do. Next week, the week after, no, don't call him back, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Skate him, man.
Yeah. Hasib, make sure
I'm at work to do anyways. Bro.
I'll show
I'm gonna be traveling, man. You see my Instagram story.
Now niggas want to flex
Where
now.
are we off to now?
Hey guys, guess where I'm going?
Yes, I'm interviewing. Love it.
We have analysis from Austin CPFC. He said individual errors massively cost us. Anderson particularly needs to improve. Fitness levels are really showing. Late on in games is an issue. Missed both Wharton and IU when they both came off. Edouard was shocking. Really lost me with that performance, and Hughes should not be on the pitch when Ozil and Ahmada are options. Probably shouldn't make too many conclusions off that game. Players just need to forget that this game happened. Always a difficult game for us. So this result was expected anyway. 2 horrible individual errors giving them the W. Nothing to do with the overall performance, which I honestly thought wasn't bad.
Him saying that Edward lost him with this performance and not like the 50 before that is the biggest thing I'm taking away from that.
Do you remember that 1 week? Palace fans tried to spin the block on me after I called their attack I told them because I said that they're attacking.
It stinks. Him and Mateta, man.
Mateta,
don't
Edouard,
say that guy's name.
and Ayew. I said, if this is what you're hanging your season on, you're finished.
Sorry,
you're
still.
finished.
Well, they tried cooking you the first time someone scored.
And then I think it was Mateta scored and Edouard scored and singing. They were like, get that through that guy. Get that. I said,
Where do they rank in Premier League strikers?
Low. Very low. Very low.
Are they bottom?
They're down there.
What's his name? Kiefer Morris. Better than them.
Yeah, Carlton Morris and what's his Adebayo better
Better than
even
them.
Cameron Archer. I might take Cameron Archer over him.
Give me that.
Yeah.
Give me that. Archer McBurney. Give me that.
Eddie Nketiah. Give me that.
Well, what else do we have down?
Don't joke with that one.
Burnley. Who do they have down there? Actually, Burnley. They might be competing.
Al Foster. They got the other guy in there. His company.
Yeah, that whole wave he's doing down there, he's not working, bro.
Yeah.
Cap in a suit, brother. We'll get to you soon. Don't worry.
But listen, your top 4 rivals, Aston Villa, they went away to Luton Town. Because at Kenilworth Road, 3-2 win, but they nearly bottled that. 2-0 up. Luton brought it back 2-2. We were thinking they were on the cusp of a win, but Aston Villa got their winner in the end. I've got incorrect notes here. Nice. I put something from Alan Haaland.
They try to get Watkins.
Yeah, I was trying to say something about Watkins. Yeah, Ollie Watkins has scored 16 Premier League goals this season, the most in a single campaign for Aston Villa since Benteke scored 19 in 12-13. I didn't even know Benteke scored that much in that season.
Benteke went
was
crazy.
crazy.
Wow.
Was that the Wyman season?
Oh yeah, Andreas Weimann.
How do you remember it from Andres Weimann?
Nah, Weimann and him had a nice little combo.
Crazy. They were getting crazy. I remember
Who's
that.
their back 4? Was it Shea Given and goal?
It was either him or Guzan. It was either him or Guzan. No, I think who was there?
Was O'Neill.
Was Carlos Cuellar before or after that? I think it was before. Yeah.
Was it Matty Luton right back?
Yeah, Loughton was on that team. Yeah.
Sure, no, you remember this.
Luke Young.
No, Luke Young was before. Luke Young was definitely before.
I don't remember the rest of that team.
I'm trying to remember the whole team.
That's a hard team to remember.
Warnock was before. Stephen Warnock was before.
No,
he wasn't back there anymore. No, Agbonlahor was like a bit part player those days.
Oh yeah, of course he was.
This is where they had Fabian Delph was in that team.
Oh yes.
Who else was in that team?
Yo, that's fun.
They had was Nzogbia on that team, and Zogbia was on that team.
My,
yes. That's a throwback name.
And Zogbia, top player, man.
What
oh my days. Wigan days.
Zogbia?
Wigan on Zogbia. When he crashed on Arsenal, oh my days.
him, Maloney in the wing.
Aye! Vlar was on that team. Yeah, great show. Who else did that team have out wide?
I'm trying to remember. That's hard.
No, there's a player in my head right now. What's his name?
They're all on the, But nah, fair play though. I couldn't believe how much we named from that 12-13. That's the Villa one. Fair play. But listen, Alfie Doughty has now provided 6 assists in the Premier League this season, the most by any player for a promoted side this campaign. And after 27 games in 23-24, Aston Villa have already won more points than in the previous follow season.
Some horrid names.
Who we got? No, go for it.
Kieran Clark. You remember?
Yes.
That was another one. Do
Do
you remember Eric Lijak?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's Lehigh or whatever his name is.
Lehigh. Alan Hutton was there as well. Stephen Island.
Yeah.
That's another one. Mark Albrighton.
Yes.
No, but he was a bit part those
Was
days
it-
because when Leicester signed him, it was like, he was
Barry Bannon?
Yes, that's what I was thinking
Ashley
about.
Westwood.
Ashley West.
That was another one.
These names.
Barry Bannon was on Gary Gardner. No, he was Craig
Gardner's
Gardner's
brother.
brother.
Craig Gardner's brother.
Yeah, he didn't play regularly. Darren Bent was there.
Yeah. They bought Ben for a lot of money.
Talisman.
No, they bought Ben for a lot of money. I remember.
Their tackle actually weren't bad considering them times. Darren Bent, Agbonlahor, Benteke, Wyman, and Nathan Delfonso. That's a throwback name if you ever remember one.
Yeah, bro.
For real. But now, sorry, back to the game.
Yeah, back to the game. Listen, like I said, Aston Villa went 2-0 up. Ollie Watkins and Leon Bailey have combined for more goals than any other duo in the Premier League this season. Sharky said on, I think it was on Twitter, Ollie Watkins is second best Premier League striker. What did you guys say? Do you guys agree with that?
Hard to disagree.
The striker pool isn't that deep, so I wouldn't know if... No.
Tony, Isaac,
Jesus,
He's better than Tony.
Hoyland.
I mean, killers. These guys are all nice, but I'm talking like top-end killers. I don't think the pool is that deep. So I think saying he's second best doesn't really count for much, if that makes sense.
This year he's been in his bag.
But fully, bro, that Ivan Toney, I know you did a nice little PR campaign.
Safe, man.
He's on the plane. Yeah. Solanke, good little run. he's on the plane, bro. Like, and Watkins deserves it. I've always likened him to Mandzukic, where I've always been like, he's that wide forward. He can play out there. His hold-up play is brilliant. He gets the assist. He gets you a variety of types of goals as well. But his hold-up play and the way he brings others in as well.
I said last year he's the best hold-up striker in the Premier League.
He's a very complete striker. When you look at it.
The way he holds up the ball, the way he protects the balls.
Ollie Watkins,
And for me,
great as well too. But in terms of like purely like back to goal, controlling the ball, holding defenders off, and bringing others into play, and then also the way he runs the channels.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think it's just a hold up.
Yeah,
it's the way he drifts. And
he occupies the entire back four.
Bro, it's ridiculous. And I think one thing that's improved massively this year is his ball striking. Yeah. I feel like a lot of the times previously maybe his finishing wasn't as clean, but this is almost like flashbacks to when he was killing it at Brentford in the Championship, if that makes sense. You're like, no, you've really found that killer instinct, because every season in the Premier League, it was like, he's got great play and his overall play is brilliant. He's just missing the goals. And this year he said, brother, watch me. So fair play to him.
There was one moment, in fact, like it's not even the goal he scored, but there's this one moment where he beats his defender and hits the post, like quick snapshot. Bro, and like I was thinking, that's a player that's just like at the top of the game right now.
Goal, bro. The gamble to take the run first and foremost, and then the touch.
Yeah, the touch that sets him up perfectly. A lot of players, that touch is going any which way, bro. That touch sets him up perfectly.
So it sets him straight into the corner, open up, sliding. 100%. I think for him, confidence.
Me and Cam, we often talk about first touch is actually probably the most underrated trait that a player can have, because having a good first touch opens up so much of your game for your other attributes to even come into play. If you don't even have the good first touch, you could be an amazing ball striker. You could have amazing passing. It won't even matter.
I feel bad for Luton though, man. Like the way they came back into that, you thought, you know.
Hey, Luton Nation, don't worry about us, bro. Hey,
you said off camera, you feel bad for Luton.
I do feel bad for them,
Luton Nation, man. We're gonna be all right.
They worked so hard to get back, and you just give
2-0 down, 2-2. You're thinking, yeah, it's a 3-2 win there. Aston Villa's like, nope.
It's tough.
Arsenal as well. Declan Rice, nope.
And you get that Morris guy scoring as well.
Got a clean sheet there. The only team to keep them quiet.
That's cool, man. Luton Nation, we got next. We got next up, bro.
They got a game in hand, and
they got a double game this weekend, isn't it? No.
I think
next week.
They got two. Yeah, they got a double game week for them.
And they got to leave a sign at least, man.
Who's a double game week? They got Crystal Palace away and they got Bournemouth away.
Yeah, and then they got Forest at home.
6 pointer, right?
They got a Forest at home after that too.
Yeah, good for them to.
Luton Nation, we gonna be all right, man.
But Villa,
I don't know.
they got him, man. Especially Leroy. He stepped up since the RB's quieted down a little bit. He tried to apply that pressure, but Broski, chill. Yeah.
There's only one OG on the wing.
There's only one OG. Real yard, man.
Bailey's having an amazing season, man. Honestly,
bro, his form is phenomenal, and him and Watkins, you can see that link up is phenomenal.
It's crazy how sometimes though it takes that player coming in directly for your threat position for you, because I'm sure like we've seen Bailey for the last season or two, bro, and it was like, all right, well, where's that guy at Leverkusen? And the RB came in, and it was like, watch me. I was like, fair enough, cool. He's a baller, bro. Top baller.
They're 5 points above you, obviously. You got the game in hand.
Game in hand, bro. And we play them next, man. Don't worry, we're going to catch you soon, bro.
Villa Park.
Listen. What, Villa Park next week? Listen.
Villa Park High Line. You can get them, man.
Tell Watkins to come outside.
They're both doing high lines.
You see Watkins next week?
That's going to be a top fun game, you know.
Don't worry. We've got a plan for Watkins, don't worry.
Can you reveal the plan to us?
Let's do the good PR now.
Remember a red card, man, off the bat, man.
Next week.
Why? You think he's playing that game? What's with that fucking?
That's the game plan. Van out, Fuad Kadani.
You know! They don't want to see me. They don't want to see me.
Imagine a striker lining up and seeing Romero and this brother right here.
I know for sure someone's getting beat. It's man to my left.
Bring your gum shields. That's all I'm saying.
They might win the game 5-0, but their shit is going to be 3 pieces.
Might be out for 5 months. That's what I'm telling you.
You win it, but what cost?
Exactly.
Nah, fair play. Like, listen, Aston Villa got their win. Yeah, Emery, you guys are you're still saying Aston Villa. What do you say? Aston Villa or Tottenham? Top 4.
That's a Tottenham, but I don't know, man.
You don't know. You said it like 5 minutes ago. Now we got to this game. You're like,
you know what I mean? It's a battle, internal battle.
Really
honestly, I think.
But Villa, it's the form that they're going really.
It's not form though. It's just who they've been all season.
Yeah, because they hit that bad patch as well, and they've actually recovered from it pretty well.
Bro, they're 6 points behind Arsenal. Yeah, like, they've been good all year.
And if Watkins carries up, after Tottenham, they got West Ham away, and then Wolves at home, and then they got City away.
I think I might give it to them. You know, they might just edge just a little bit.
For me, I think next week's game will say a lot.
Yeah,
I think that will be a big decider. We lose that, respectfully,
it's chill.
You're in the ascendancy. Win that.
I see that music.
Squeaky bum time.
Nah, it's true. Fair play, man. That's gonna be a fun game to watch, man. I'm excited. I think Sharky was saying in the last pod we should do like a March Madness of watch logs because there's so many big games this March. You know, Villa Tottenham, man.
Yeah, man.
Like,
I
that's top
don't know
four.
about that, man. You saw the last live watch along, man. What happened, man?
What was the last one? The Queen Shield.
I think it was you and Frizz, you know?
Oh, me, Fuzi, and Faisal.
Yeah.
Legendary. I can't lie.
What was the game? Oh, it was
That
Real
was Madrid City. He's like, this Kevin De Bruyne guy. He's so rubbish. Bow in your head. Hold that. Oh, it was one of the most beautiful.
Now watch alongs were fun, man. We should bring them back. Man. We need to
Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah.
Y'all want to see them? Tell Sharky.
Yeah, exactly.
Spam
Man.
him up in his
Spam his Instagram, spam everything.
I don't care what these guys do. I'm Amsterdam doing Fashion Week, bro.
Speaking of Amsterdam,
Yeah, man, whatever.
Aston Villa have got Ajax away next. What are you saying in that terms of that tie?
Villa Ajax, wow. That's actually a good
I thought
historic game.
it's
Winner-
like you be
winner-
sarcastic a little bit.
That's a
You're like,
big historic European team. That's good.
As a
Facts.
football
Facts.
purist, are you gonna watch that game
No.
at 5:45 on that day?
You wait for pure footballers. You ain't seen enough of them.
I will. What's wrong with that?
You need some pure footballers on there.
Bro,
now.
this guy's a football
You
snob.
don't like
He's
football.
a
I clocked,
football
you
snob.
know. And your teams ain't playing. You don't like football.
It's crazy.
I
Bro.
watch football.
No.
I'd be having football on
When's the last
background noise.
When's the last Ballon documentary you watched? There you go. That's all. You see that?
The last documentary I watched, you were in it. I'm not bothering to after one of that.
That was in December.
Algerian journalist.
By the way, I've seen his ultimate team. Wayne Rooney's not there.
Yes, he is, bro.
He saw the stats. It goes from someone else.
On my life. Don't ever do that to me again. I'll pull it up right now, bro.
Bro's doing a camera for Rooney.
Nah, you guys lied to my
Twerking for what? Yeah, all
Pull it
right.
up, bro. My team stinks. That's what. No, hold on. This is crazy.
He's willingly giving up information he don't need to. Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Let's go to the next game, man. Nobody cares about that.
Game, bro. I'm pulling up my team real
Go on the
quick.
companion app, man.
Squad.
Oh, damn. This guy's fresh.
Remember the name. Yeah. Hey, I know you.
Wait.
After quick selling.
That would be the funniest moment on the top. You would have actually done, you know.
On his knees.
His head was been on blue,
Pause.
man.
That's on Mars, man.
But let's go to the next game. Everton West Ham. Absolute man of the match performance from Areola. My goodness. I think that's the highest goalkeeper rating performance this season from Premier League goalkeeper Areola. I think he made something crazy. What was it? You put on the FPL bench, innit?
I had him on my bench as well.
Yeah, I was feeling.
You guys are underrated, man. There's a 9.74 rating.
What's that, brother? Berto, man.
And Everton have gone 10 consecutive games without a win for just the second time in Premier League history, man. Everton are still staying up for a large portion of,
They got their points reduced, no? Yeah.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, 6 points.
No, 6 points, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
So they gained 4 points. But apparently they're going to hit with another 10. You know how mad that is?
It's tough. I think they could stay up, but striker-wise, DCL, Berto, these guys they're not moving me.
Beto.
Yeah, he's not moving me. He's not moving me like.
Beto's one of those guys, really good, like all-around player. But in terms of in front of goal, even at Udinese, he
Composure,
wasn't
he ain't got it.
clinical. Like
Yeah.
Sounds like a Liverpool striker.
Stop. You guys need to put some respect on Darwin's name. Comparing him to Beto is crazy, bro.
Like I said, this whole
Comparing
weekend.
Darwin Nunez to Beto is where we're going too far.
This whole weekend, Jackson,
I'm just
Nunez,
trolling,
I'm
guys.
stressed, bro. These guys I don't rate as strikers,
I'm
banging
just
goals. bro.
trolling, guys. Of course, Beto's better than him. I'm joking. But Everton, 5 points above the drop zone. Luton obviously got that game in hand. But yeah, Everton's next game, they got United. What are we saying for
Watch
that game?
them put on a classical. Sean Dyche's real men. Get it up the
Sean
pitch.
Dyche's real men
Get it in
with
the
no
net.
wins in the last 10 games. When are we going to talk about this real men gimmick, bro? All of your contenders, all of your guys are washed up, bro.
Damn, he's calling you out, bro.
You know what the funny thing is, all I said about Sean Dyche this season is even with the point deduction, he will survive.
Exactly.
I'm not
Where
sure
is he
if
at the
will,
moment?
Bro.
He is 16th.
Luton Nation are coming for him, bro.
Oh, you ran
Hey, Rin.
They've been deducted 6 points.
I'm smelling Everton.
Real men
Yeah,
will
we coming
always
for that.
rise.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
You know who
He's
real
trying
men
to get his little cheap shots on Wilder this week. Don't worry. The real know what Wilder's done for Sheffield. The real know.
Well, how many years ago?
Everton, I'm sorry, what Dyche has done in the Premier League.
No, he's done.
We ain't gonna question his real men.
You really
credibility
can't
right
blame
now.
Dyche for this loss as well, man. Like,
not
the
his fault,
amount
man.
of chances these guys had.
Bro.
Nah,
What do you
all
want to say
season
this week?
to be for Everton. Like you look at their advanced analytics, defensively they have good XG allowed, and going forward as well
there's
too.
a
They create a lot of chances. But he keeps putting his trust in these two bozos up front, bro.
He has nothing else. He has nothing else.
But they had Jan.
I just want to take
They
shots.
still didn't-
I just want to take shots at real men, right?
This is what I'm saying. I've seen him and Faisal. I clocked their game.
All right.
Them little brothers.
Got it.
You know the masculine, fragile youths.
These little teddy bears.
Man. We're on to them. I think though, do you know who deserves massive credit in this game? West Ham's double pivot, I would say as well as Areola. I think Souček and Alvarez, and I think we were talking about earlier on about signings of the season with McAllister. I think Alvarez is going under radar as well. I think the linchpin that he is, bro, he just sniffs out everything, and his game has almost allowed Souček to go back to the old Souček, just be a box-to-box machine and be a threat in the opposition box, if that makes sense. But I think those two in this game, they both got goals as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So for me, listen, I think they deserve their credit as well.
Where's West Ham on the table right now?
They are currently
8th or 9th?
they're above Chelsea. 7th.
But before we were saying they have a crisis over there. Moyes should have left and all that, but
That was him, man.
that's
That was him.
two-
That was him.
Yeah,
That was him.
he was calling them having their crash. But bro, they're doing well, bro. Like you
Real
got,
men always survive, B.
huh?
They just conceded 6 goals at home like 2 weeks ago, and now they've had a few good performances. No, not even good performances, a few good results. Also, in fact, because Paqueta has come back, and that's.
That's all you needed. That's
No, but hold on.
go on.
This is why. What, one result, then we're gonna say, oh, they're back. One result next week, we're gonna say they're ass.
no.
West Ham,
but we're talking
objectively,
about
West Ham for the longest period
was
of
the lowest rated player on that team.
West Ham, the last.
I like
West
you.
Ham post January until recently hadn't won a game all season,
No,
bro.
I agree.
Now they're starting to get back on track. But let's not act like they were never in a crisis now.
but they had an injury crisis though.
They
as
were
well,
in a
no?
mini crisis.
What injury crisis do they have? They had one player out.
Who?
Paqueta.
That's a crisis.
Your best player.
That's a crisis.
These guys are crying about Lisandro Martinez. That's one player.
I'm not crying.
One player. little 5-foot guy.
Barry, it's a crisis over there too.
You don't like the Sunday. Relax. This is 3 times you're talking about players, bro. Hey, we ain't boys, bro.
You're a funny guy. You're a funny guy.
Get you back
You're
for
a
that.
funny guy. You're a funny
I
guy.
told you I'd get you back for that torment shit. Hey.
I like your mentality. I like your mentality.
That was elite. Definitely. You got it, man. Go back to the game. But listen, Everton I'm interested in one player. Do you think he's gonna get a big move this season, next season, Onana? He's getting linked to a lot of clubs, you know.
Yeah, you will.
I think so.
Definitely.
United.
Him
Potentially.
and Brentford, you know?
Brentford as well.
Brentford,
Yeah.
100%.
I think both United as well are linked to him. To both
We're
of them.
linked of everyone, but I think Onana could definitely be potentially somebody that United looks for.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of
terms of
United, one of their
his
biggest
profile.
issues is their physicality and they don't have any legs in midfield. And if you're looking to build next to Kobe Mainu, I'm not saying Onana is the best midfielder on the planet, but someone like him who is a dual winner, like he gets about the pitch, he wins his 50-50s. You put him next to a Kobe Mainu, that's a potential for a really good double
Would you have him
pivot.
start for you guys?
Currently, brother, you could take a random member from the SDS member and put him in United's midfield. He's gonna start, of course.
How random we talking?
Yeah, okay, not
Basil?
too random. There's two brothers that I think if you draw them, you put them back in the hat and you try to draw again.
Name names?
Huh? Impossible.
Impossible. We have an analyst from 55 Hems. He's a West Ham fan. He said, I'm going to be honest, we probably didn't deserve to win when you look at the chances created by Everton and the penalty being saved by Areola, but we got the 3 points and are in a good position to battle for those European spots. Oh, what goalkeeper Areola is for us, and in general, he's such an underrated keeper in the league and has been so important for us and Areola alone has probably won us games. Once again, I want to give Souček his props because he showed us in that performance how pivotal he is in both boxes. Also, what a finish and celebration from him too. How can you hate him? You must have to be a big bum to hate him. Faisal. You put Faisal's name there.
Oh, Faisal.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nah, big bump for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
big
I heard Faisal. I said, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Little heavy you.
More than you believe. This is that part of the podcast. It's usually around like an hour, 2 hours in. Where like we just say scrap the analysis. Let's just fire shots. At everyone, bro.
Faisal, man. Yeah, man. Let's turn this into a Faisal pod, man. Little fat you. Yeah, what? Every week, Faisal, you gonna get it. Yeah? Little pork chop.
Faisal's going to be saved during Ramadan, man. No one could get onto him.
No, listen, I gotta get it in before then, bro.
Oh, that's how it did.
That's basically what happens. Let's go on to the next game now. St. James's Park, Newcastle 3-0 win over Wolves. 19 different scorers in the Premier League this season for Newcastle. It's a crazy record for them right now. They picked up, what was it, a little bit of form now. They are 8th. They are 40 points. Hit the 40 point mark. They're safe for relegation. They're above Chelsea.
They play Chelsea next section too.
Are they playing Chelsea next? They are. They're going away.
Were they 8th, right?
8th, yeah.
That's about right now for their project that they're building right now. I feel like last year they overachieved, no?
Yeah, but going from where they were last year, they
should have been swapped.
they
Literally,
wouldn't have wanted to be like 8th after last season.
No, but last year they overachieved.
Yeah,
so.
but also now they're underachieving.
Who?
Newcastle.
What should we?
Newcastle did not enter the season expecting to be 8th.
No.
They were maybe not come back at Champions League, but this season has not gone how they expected.
Yeah. I think they went for a bad spell maybe like a month or two ago, but I think now they're kind of steady the shit. I think they've only got like 1 loss in their last 7.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken,
Who's their
something
loss
like that.
against?
Newcastle. Can't remember, but anyway.
I swear Forest beat them in like Nuno's first game or something.
Yeah, I think coming into the Champions League this year, you knew the results were going to be a little bit different, but I think they should Conference League, Europa League still be kind of competing there. And
as long as they get
honestly,
that, then
I
they
don't think they're that far off. I just wonder if the questions around Eddie Howe
don't do that to my guy.
No, he's not doing it. I think he's got a fair point.
Of whether, you know, can he be the guy to really take us to that promised land that we want to get to, whatever. And it's like, okay, he's got us to the Champions League. He's got us a few signings. But I think, obviously, their hand have been kind of tied by the FFP as well in the market. So he's been kind of done dirty there, if you like. But I don't think Newcastle are...
You got the Tonali thing as well.
Yeah.
He's not been here for...
Yeah.
Well, he's back in training the past week or two, isn't it?
Is
I
it?
think, yeah.
But he's out for a minute.
Yeah, but I just think...
Crazy injury.
Yeah. I don't think Newcastle are far off where they should be.
That's what I said,
they should be in between 8th and 5th.
When you say you don't know if he's the guy to take them forward, do you think they should get like a proven manager, or do you think they could get someone with a more higher potential, like a Ruben Amorim?
No, I'm not even saying sack him. Stick with him, but I'm just wondering if there is going to be those questions raised this year of, you know, can he push us when we need that kind of depth? Obviously, the squad maybe doesn't have it, but I don't know. I just wonder if there'll be questions about him, whether he's a man long term. But I think he's done a good job, and I think he shouldn't be sacked. He should be stayed and backed in the summer as well, and then see what you can kind of do next season. Because next season, if they have like Europa League, for example, it's easy. You have to go for that.
Yeah, you
like
have to,
I want to see Europa Challenge and then 6th comfortably, if you like. I think this summer is a very important one for Newcastle because you've had the 1 or 2 big money signings here and there, but I feel like this summer they really have to almost like commit to Eddie fully.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? Like if there are going to be questions around him this year, this is the summer where you're just like, no, this is our guy. We fully believe in him. We're going to give him everything he needs to push us closer to a Premier League title. Because let's be honest, when they came in, that was the talk they were given. We're going to get it quicker than City even did. Okay, show us.
Yeah, they're on the clock, to be fair. I think City won it in what, year 3, year 4?
4, I think, because they took over
They
2008, and then 2012 they won their first FA Cup. 2013,
08,
first
09,
Cup.
09, 10,
12,
11. Yeah,
League.
fourth season they won it. Yeah.
So I mean, what you got? 18 months left.
Yeah, we're getting there.
There's one Portuguese manager on the market that could.
Don't say Amorim.
No, not him. Not him.
I'm tired of hearing Amorim today, man.
Why do you not like Amorim?
No, I like
don't say another guy
Amorim,
either,
but
man.
I'm just
Not
like,
another guy.
I clocked since
man.
the Spurs job. Every time there's a job vacancy, it's like, oh yeah, Amorim, yeah. I'm like,
That was like
you don't even watch the sport. Come on, lads. But
I'm
you're saying
talking about
Jose?
yeah.
No,
Nah, man, don't do that, man.
I feel like the
his time is
Jose,
done.
the time was Chelsea, if anything. The third hurrah.
Jose's
I'm trying to
time
see
in
that.
the Premier League is
But
over,
yes,
bro.
I feel like the Jose. Listen, just come back as a pundit.
No,
Let Eddie Howe do his
Go
thing.
coach in coach in
international,
Saudi or
man.
something.
Go
Nah,
international.
Maybe one thing. But I think top level club football in terms of like the elite level clubs or what Newcastle are aspiring to be, I think we don't want to see it anymore.
But I'm
bro.
so
It's
tired.
It's actually
No, you don't
No,
want to
it's hurting. No, because
I want to see.
no, but it's starting to hurt in terms of like every time he gets fired from these jobs. I don't like seeing
His
it.
credibility is going down. You
You
reckon?
look at Roma, the fans were still singing his name, bro.
Yeah,
listen,
generally. Roman fans don't understand why he got
man,
sacked.
bruh.
No, but you're seeing the performance, son.
Understood. They just liked him a lot. They understood why he got sacked, bro. The results weren't good.
Yeah, but they got them. He got back-to-back finals for them, European.
100%.
That's nice.
First of all, we're not gonna make this a whole Mourinho thing, but
Of course.
the results in the league were not great last season. This year they weren't good.
It was like a rough patch.
Yeah, it was 4 points off 4th, I think it was, or something like that. It wasn't too crazy where it wasn't salvageable, but I get what you're saying. Maybe the ball just wanted to go in a different direction. And let's be honest, since the Rossi's come in, they've been flying.
They've been flying for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't.
Some European football around
I
here.
wouldn't bring him in though. I hate like bringing in the same old managers. Bring in the new fresh guys.
Yeah,
now, man.
that's what
Bring
I
in the new
believe.
fresh guys,
I
man.
want to get Jose. I want to
Because
get Sam Allardyce. I want to get Tony Pulis. Bring him back in the Premier.
No one should be hiring Sam at any time.
Why not?
No, don't bring that guy nowhere near your club.
No, I agree. There's a set group of managers. Roy. Well, I think Roy.
Pardew.
Yeah,
Roy's done.
Roy,
He
Pardew, Allardyce, Pulis. Like we just need to
Lampard.
leave these guys. Yeah, Lampard for sure.
Wait, you did that to Lampard already?
What about Gerrard?
Nah, Lampard is done, bro.
Gerrard's
Gerrard
on.
maybe has one. Oh, I don't know how he's
Huh?
doing in Saudi. I have no
He's
idea.
drowning over there, man.
Then Gerrard.
Some man should have just stayed.
Wazza as well, you add into that list?
They should have said legends.
Yeah.
Wazza, you add into that list?
Wazza's my mate, so Wazza, you know,
He's your mate now, yeah?
He's my
Is that
mate.
what we're doing?
PR friends. Oh, friend. FQT friends.
You got Kaka's your friend now, man. All you guys, you got bad friends now, man.
I'm a friendly guy.
More like a beg friend, man.
Hey,
Hey, Rin.
guys who didn't go to Qatar talking about bet.
I didn't want to go. That's it. I was happy in London right now, man.
Yeah, I was happy in London. Compared to Qatar.
That's Lee, man. Yeah, I was happy in London, bro. Bro, happy for you guys, yo.
You saw that hotel and you were happy in London. Hey.
Yeah, I was, man. Well, you in face now, please, love me, man.
That's true, man. But I'm looking at Wolves' lineup right now. Up top, they had Bellegarde. So they had him up in the striker role here. They dropped to 6.1.
injured.
Yeah. And where's Cunha's injured as well, isn't he?
Both of them, the main guys, the main heroes.
out for the
So
season.
they have to put Bellegarde.
Cunha's out for the year.
Oh, is he out for the
Yeah,
year?
and he was having such a good season.
Oh my god, that's actually devastating. No, fair enough then. Then Wolves are still 10th. You know, I
Anthony
think,
Gordon was sick in this game, by the way.
yeah, man of the
really
match, definitely man of the match. Isak as well, some good finishes.
Yeah.
Somali excellence.
I like you.
Zero train, man.
I like you.
Zero train, man.
Yeah,
Zero train, man.
Who is he in here? You ain't got twerk, bro.
You ain't got a lot to kick it.
Who's he smiling as well, bro?
He is, isn't it?
Bro,
It just
bro, you think Fuzi's actually Eritrean? The guy's called Fuad. Dude, you got the same name as you, just trying to tell me he's Eritrean. I don't know what I said to him. He looked at me and I said, yeah, Eritrean high.
know why?
He's trying to use.
Do you know what it is?
He's trying to use their train card for
he
the
likes-
girls, bro.
You don't understand. You've clocked it, bro. I was like, yo, where's your... Okay, say no more. Say no more. I know his game. A lot of
He's
Somali
familiar.
guys-
Yeah, we do that.
I'm familiar with his game.
So what, you Dutch or
Hey,
something?
hey, hey. Huh? Me?
Yeah.
How are you? Lander.
One day.
Lander.
Alright.
Hit the camera.
Yeah? Lander.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah? Hergeisa's very own.
HVO.
Melissa, when I die, bury me in Hergeisa.
This guy's...
Patas. You know what that is? Right next to Chick here, just off the left. There we go.
Yeah. So translate
My
that
people
for us,
know.
you know?
Yeah. We need some translation for that one.
You ain't familiar with that.
Oh.
Ain't familiar.
We join out.
Uncomfortable conversation.
Alright, cool.
Who's asking Hazel his last trip to Umrah?
Oh.
What's your last trip to Hergeisa, Sharky?
Okay.
Yeah? But every week they're in the US. Hey, huh?
What?
2021.
You.
Yeah,
Or-
he took him.
Yeah, first.
Yeah, alright, cool. So,
Alright.
Liban?
Liban, when was your last trip to Hergeisa, bro?
Liban's gone to Sweden more.
See what I mean?
I'm telling you, man, I need to touch soil.
Right now, Gason.
You need to feel home.
Home ground.
Yeah?
Home ground. I like that, man.
Don't
Home
be
turf.
shy, lads. Don't be shy.
We got analysis from Probably Not Saying. He's a Wolves fan. He said, I'm not even disappointed with the result. I am more disappointed at the fact that we played on a Saturday after playing an FA Cup tie on Wednesday, and with the team struggling with a lack of fitness and injuries from our win against Brighton, a loss was inevitable against a very strong Newcastle side. The team now has another huge injury blow with the news that Hwang will be out for 6 weeks after a hamstring injury he received in the Brighton game, which leaves a huge gap in our attack with Cunha also missing and Neto, who came off at the beginning of the second half, along with Jose Sarr, who also got injured late in the first half. Wow, the goalkeeper. Hopefully, Neto's and Sarr's substitutions are only precautionary and not another concerning injury. Let's go to the last two games. We got Fulham 3-0 win against Brighton. You say we got analysis. Let's start with the analysis first. Actually, we got analysis from Thomas. He's a Fulham fan. He said another amazing performance. These last 2 weeks without Palhinha have shown how far this team has progressed. While we may be a bit worse, we can survive without him. Nunez looks like a raw star. Silva's next to Charleston level Brazilian attacker. With how close it is from 7th to 12th, we could really push on to a great finish. If we can add quality on the wings, a top quality 10 and a centre back in the summer. Marco could really be cooking stuff, especially up, even if João departs. So yeah. Fulham with that important 3-0 win. They are currently 12th in the league. Like I said, there is a gap, to be fair. What is it?
Yeah.
7-point gap from 12th to 7th.
Fulham have had a really good season, man. Especially because when they lost Mitrovic at the beginning of the season, I think a lot of people expected them to kind of be maybe sneaking into that relegation dog. I say really good. They've had a good season. Like they're safe, they're mid-table, they're where they wanted to be. No complaints. And I think he makes a good point, right? Like they were so reliant on Palhinha and Mitrovic last season. And Mitrovic has been gone all year, obviously, and Palhinha the last 2 games hasn't been there. And now they've beaten United away from home, and they were commanding against United,
yeah.
and now they just battered Brighton as well too.
That was
Lukic and Reed is
Yeah.
a double pivot. Yeah, Lukic has done really well.
Marco
recently,
Silva, man,
cooking.
honestly, one of the more underrated managers in this league. I think the Everton spell obviously like hurt his reputation, but let's not forget what he was doing before.
I
that.
genuinely think this one has actually restored it. And
Yeah,
especially
definitely.
in kind of the size of club that Fulham is, the players that were there. I kept saying it last year. They were almost like the Brentford rejects that have been kind of banded together, and he's been able to kind of get a tune out of them. But now it just feels like, okay, you knew there was going to be a drop off this year, but as you said, you just hope it wasn't going to be a drop off to scrapping for relegation again. So the fact that he's been able to keep their kind of heads above water, credit to him.
And back to back important sub performances from Adama Traore. He came on against you guys, obviously got a hand in the assist, and now this game he got the it was 2-0 up already to be fair, but he got the third goal.
Adama, when you utilize when he is on it and when he's utilized correctly, he's a weapon, bro. Honestly, like that guy's pace, like the strength, even in terms of like his dribbling, his cross, like when he's on it, like Adama Traore, when he's actually on it, is a nightmare.
But that's the problem.
It's when he is.
It's too few and far, and that's the reason why he's at clubs.
No, they had to
like
nerf
Wolves,
him, bro. Honestly,
to clubs like Fulham, because I'm like, bro, if you had the on version of it. Bro, this guy would be one of the world's best players.
They had to nerf him, bro. They had to nerf him, bro.
They had
Adama Traore of end product and actual like composed, bro.
Come on, man. When you talk about like footballers made in a lab, that's made
That's
in a lab.
prototypical.
I don't know if you remember Barca, the academy, him and Dale Lefeu. Oh my
Fake.
days.
Well, he even went back there.
Dale Lefeu, I thought Dale Lefeu was next up, right?
Yeah,
No,
for sure.
I think Onana was in goal them times as well.
I can't remember. He might have.
It was him and Hesse. The next one's coming up, and they both.
I just Dale Lefeu.
The field was crazy.
Oliver Torres as well.
Rodriguez, that little reggaeton dancer. Oh my god!
What a blast from
You
the
know
past.
why I always laugh at him? Because he was one of the ones that he sneaked in with the PSG big moves. And I was like, we do this, right? Nah. And he just 2 years later he was like, yeah, I'm doing reggaeton safe.
Spain was looking at the next golden generation. It's Oliver Torres.
Remember Isaac Cuenca?
Oh my god. Came out same time as Pedro, wasn't it?
No, he came a little after. Yeah. It was him, Heffron. Who else was there? Christian Teo.
The only thing I know about Hefferon is he scored the fifth goal in that 5-0.
These guys were meant to be the next start.
Teo was playing in LA, I think, recently. I think he was playing LA Galaxy.
Ricky Puig.
Yeah, Ricky
Oh,
Pooch.
yeah.
Pooch.
Ricky Puig, whatever his name is. Like, that Brett ain't serious.
Yeah, he's
He ain't serious, man.
Sergi Semper.
As soon as I heard
Remember Sergi Semper?
no. The future Busquets.
Yeah, that's what he went to Japan of Iniesta, but at like 23 years old.
It's crazy. Did you know about Ricky Puig's family or Ricky Puig, his family?
What happened?
This Brett don't need football.
He's loaded, yeah.
Is he?
His family are multi-billionaires, bro. Like the Brett just does football.
He's a pretty boy anyway.
This is why he's like,
That's what I was like.
that's why he's at LA. That's why he's at LA. Makes sense.
This is perfect.
Bro.
You can focus on just being the little stardust in a meaty team, in a meaty league, in a meaty country. Enjoy it,
There's a lot of meaties.
US hype, man.
He's in LA, bro. We're living in West. I'll go live in LA in a second, bro. What the hell?
What is it?
All them homeless running around there. Hoboken.
Well, I'm not gonna be one of them. Hey, chill that.
He rich in the UK. We don't know about his state, you know what I'm saying? Stateside. Hey, Bumzidi. I had to get you back.
That's his Liz today. You said earlier about the Fulham about Marco Silva's had an underrated job. Where did you predict Brighton this season, and do you think they've hit your expectations? They're ninth right now.
I can't remember exactly where I had Brighton, but Brighton have had a weird season. I think they're a little unlucky because of the injuries that they've had.
Yeah.
They obviously lost a few big players. They've been juggling the Europa League, which they've been doing really well in. So it's a weird one because Brighton from game to game look just completely different. There's some games where
They look amazing.
the Zerbi has these guys playing liquid football, free-flowing football. They're popping teams up the pitch. And the problem with Brighton this year is they have too many of these results as well, too. This isn't the first time that they've gone away from home and defensively they've leaked goals.
Was it Luton 4-0?
Destroyed them. There's been some games away from home where Brighton have been humiliated. So I think that's really the issue if we look away from Brighton and look purely at De Zerbi, teams that want to hire him next. Is he too much of like he's basically like a football extremist in terms of like my way, I'm going to live and die by this philosophy, which is something I wish Ten Hag did, but also at the top level, you need a bit of like, what's the word?
Balance.
You have to be balanced. You have to be able to adapt a little bit. So more away from Brighton, because I think Brighton are just happy where they are right now.
Yeah.
Ninth, they're in the Europa League. They're in or around those Europa
If they win it as well, then they'll be happy.
Yeah, I think Brighton are in a
Champions League. Yeah,
Hey, this is
take
what
that.
Brighton fans want to be at. But for De Zerbi in particular, if he's looking at that next step,
Got to show ambition, man.
yeah, you can't be having these kinds of results at United, at Chelsea, at Liverpool, at Arsenal. But then, like you can't be having those kinds of results.
They might be looking at the Barca job, right?
That's another one as well too. Maybe going back to Italy to replace Pioli. Like you can't be as like extremist in your methods if you're going to a top club.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And I remember he
This
said
what Chelsea fans want.
Better than Pochettino. So
Is he?
yes,
What's he done?
quite comfortably.
What's he done to prove that?
Forget about what you've done. What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now?
I tested it.
What are you doing right now?
We'll spin the block on you.
What has Pochettino done before?
Don't even talk.
Champions League final.
Won the league, huh? Champions League final with
let's not
Spurs
do-
while spending
Hold on,
zero.
okay, Champions
See the
League.
league? I'm not taking it.
Made
Anyone can
Harry
win that
Kane.
with that.
Exactly.
Made son.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dele Alli.
Where's he at?
They were calling him the
Evan
future
Ferguson.
Lampard. And what happened when
Evan
when
Ferguson
Poch
made
left?
insist.
Yeah.
The Zerbi made Enciso, bro. You ever seen that video? It's like, oh, they got Kevin Durant, but we got
We got Jaden McDaniels.
they got Harry Kane, but we got Julio Enciso, bro.
You see what the Zerbi's done to Evan Ferguson?
What's he done? What's he done?
We'll talk
What's
about
he done to
it
Evan
soon.
Ferguson?
We'll talk about it
What's he
soon.
done to Evan Ferguson?
Hey, poor kid, man. All of a sudden now he's injury stricken, can't find his
The
feet.
Zerbi taking a hammer and putting it against his
He has. He'll chain a
Last
gun.
season we were talking about generational talent.
That is next up.
when he was under the Zerbi.
Harry Kane. Yeah. You're meant to improve players.
He's on the block now.
I want a fatty.
He created him,
I
bro.
want a fatty.
And I'm watching how you treat my boy
What about Ansu?
Pascal.
What about Ansu?
Pascal.
I thought they would bring back Ansu, rejuvenate his career. Are we watching?
Hold on.
Are we watching?
The little chubby black youth from Barca. Oh my days. When he was acting too bougie to come North London, you're thinking, no, I want the beaches by Brighton. Cool, go watch the beach now. Go throw some pebbles or something.
That's a skipping stones.
Ansu Fati has to be the first person ever to be labeled bougie for going Brighton instead of London, bro. What?
We could have brought you to the trenches, shown you what a
The
real...
trenches
Yeah, you know what it is,
of
trenches.
Tottenham Stadium.
He don't want to be around
Hold on.
Real man on there.
Since when are you guys the
real gunman.
Since when are you guys
really how to shoot?
Since when are you guys the trenches, bro? You guys play at a hotel, bro. You serve 5-star food at your stadium, bro. Y'all ain't been the trenches, bro.
Last game. All right. Last game, Burnley versus Bournemouth. Burnley loses 2-0. Yeah, Bournemouth, Iriola ball coming in clutch. Bournemouth are 13th round. Burnley, like Sheffield United, they just wasted our time. this season. Company gave everyone the illusion.
What did you expect? Championship, you're playing tiki-taka, you're looking amazing, brother.
Nah, it's cap.
Now
Do you know
you're
why?
going up levels.
You know why? Before the season, everyone's Premier League predictions, they said Luton and Sheffield are going down. Burnley, they've got a little bit of something.
Not me,
Wallahi,
bro.
I never said that. I
never
came
said
here
that at all.
Episode 1, I said that fraud and his cap are going down. And I said, it's always these champagne ballers, the Huddersfields, the Norwiches, the Burnleys. I watch you lot pop teams in the bottom.
But when you come to
Nice.
real dogs,
You better have a plan B when you come up. You better have some resilient soldiers experienced. Company did neither.
he's been so stubborn
Stuck
as well.
to his game plan,
Stubborn.
has not tweaked it. Signed a bunch of youngsters from the Belgian league, Dutch league, and thinking, first season, they're all adapted to the Premier League. They know the rigors. Bro, they're all drowning out there. And it's all on you. And the fact that he's lasted this long,
He's gonna last.
I think it's
bewildering.
They wait for him to go to the championship, kick ball there again, come back up.
Sack him and beg for Sean Dyche back. Go back to what you belong. Yeah.
That's your roots.
Yeah.
Wait, sack him now. When they're back to go to
They're not
championship.
sacking him. They're not sacking him.
They can't sack him now. It's too late.
Just ride. You're down there.
Ride the Burnley storm.
I hate this term. Ride the storm.
Stress is not Thanos.
Get him gone.
Yeah, but no, one player that's done really well is Solanke. Obviously, he didn't score this game, but you know, does he deserve a place on the plane?
Nah.
Inconsistent thing sometimes.
He's
You know?
not better than Tony, Watkins, or Kane. I think sometimes people care too much about form. Like at the end of the day, especially when you're picking a national team, and it's like who performs best for the country as well too. Who are the best players? Solanke has had a really good season, and he's a good striker. But I don't think he's better. He's definitely not better than Kane. Definitely not better than Watkins. And between him and Ivan Toney, I would take Ivan Toney.
And then there's even Bowen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that false. Yeah, he's something different, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he offers more kind of variety in position, so he would probably get picked ahead of him as well. So I don't know. I think
I'm not bringing
good
him.
form.
Watkins wouldn't have been the one I picked out. I would have said Semenyo out of this game for me for Bournemouth. I think he had a really good game. Scored a banger as well too.
Yep.
Yeah, scored a banger. He's been one of their better. What's the center back's name too? Is it Sensei?
Yeah,
Senesi.
Senesi.
He's been good.
Zabani.
So, for me, this was actually one of his probably more quiet games, to be honest with you.
Because it was a doubt for the game before the game as well. Like his knee, I think.
Was it Lewis Cook got 2 assists as well, man. Like, yeah, man, cooking.
Lewis Cook was he the guy at Leeds before?
Nasty work.
Lewis Cook, he was at Leeds before, right?
Yes, he was.
Wonderkid.
Who's the
Yeah, he
new
was a
kid?
wonder
Who's the
kid,
new
yeah.
kid that's cooking over there at Leeds?
Archie Gray or something. Like
Yeah.
Archie Gray.
Yeah. FM.
Baller.
He ain't watched him.
I've
FM.
watched him.
Have you watched him?
No, I ain't. I just
But
saw.
don't
I
you
just.
know FM
I
as
just
well?
saw the. No, I just saw some comp
Yeah, that's what I
on the
did too.
weekend, and I was
No.
like, "Yo, this kid looks alright." I was like,
There's a few of them.
"Getting down Tottenham there."
This guy just was everyone at Tottenham.
Hey, listen, bro, we need bodies, man. We got Skip running
Get him to
around.
Tottenham, develop him a little, and then he'll make the jump up to a bigger team.
Alex Scott could have been you.
It's true.
How's Bournemouth?
And Sufati, been you.
Hey,
Forget about it.
that's not black.
Has-beens.
That's not black excellence. That's just black.
Hey, we did it. I like that.
Make some jokes I can get involved with. Yeah, this is crazy.
Can't you see already? The table's already segregated, bro. You should know this.
FPL. We are here at this segment. We are here on the table. We got the highest placed person is Lias. He's in 6th place. I'm in 8th. Renadis in 10th.
Well, you're ahead of me.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been ahead of you. And 14th,
That's chill, bro.
14th last place, I have Degeneration F with Kadani, who lost his password in the first game week.
Nah, but it makes sense. It's his brand, you know what I
He
mean?
lost his password!
Nah,
Guys,
but
it's
it's his
fine!
brand.
Can we stop doing this every episode I'm on here? There's no need to mention my team. I lost my password on week 3. If you look at it, read my lineup, please. Read the
You
players.
got
on my team.
Areola and you got 60 points, by the way.
No way.
Yeah, look at that. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Areola in goal. We got 30 points. Adogi, Walker, Digne, and Trusty. Ward-Prowse, Szoboszlai, Madison's son, and Semenyo and Haaland. Wow. You ahead of the
Sorry,
curve.
what? Semenyo? I don't even remember putting Semenyo or Trusty in my team. Bro, someone else has access to my team. I'm telling you. That's
Listen,
not me.
But listen, in first
How
place.
far off am I, by the way? Is the gap crazy or
From first place?
from the next up?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, you're-
146 points.
Don't worry about it.
But listen, in first place, we got Vibe CF.
Who's that?
Mercel from behind the camera. He's first place.
Hey,
Mercel, I think you
know
deserve to have a few words.
Come have a word.
hey, come. They want to see some camera time.
Just
Camera mercy.
just to let you know, yeah, these guys just spoke about ball for 2.5 hours, but yet you don't speak about ball at all, and you're first in the league. Yeah, there you go. So you can take over.
Oh, this
Do
is.
you know? I just want to ask you one question first and foremost. Yeah. How does it feel? Yeah. Have a seat. Get comfortable.
Welcome.
Welcome. Hey, at home, can we have a round of applause for Mercel, please?
This is the first time they've ever seen Mercel.
Yeah.
Occasion.
No,
I think they've seen glimpses here and there, but this is like the first full HD. I want to ask you first and foremost, how does it feel?
I know too.
I'm gonna check him there. Show him the ropes.
I was going to say, how does it feel? Because there's been one particular member on this podcast who all season has let his belly out and just been talking all week, every week, letting people know who is top dog.
Yeah.
Where is that
days-
guy now?
His days are gone.
Ah,
He's no longer relevant.
it's crunch time of the season now.
Can I get the floor for 1 minute?
Yeah,
I just
go.
want the floor.
Cook.
All right, cool. I don't watch ball. How you guys have let me get to number 1 is a disgrace. Yeah? You guys all talk ball every single day. Like, yeah, there's that. You guys every day tweet football. I don't even tweet football. Tell them. Yeah? But you know what they say? Empty barrels make the most noise. Listen.
Wait.
got no
What do you know about barrels? What do you know about? What's going on here?
Listen.
Yeah?
I know he was on Google looking up a quote.
No.
Merce, that ain't you, bro. That ain't you.
Listen, number 6.
Oh!
I'm not even calling back.
That's a body.
I'm not even calling back his name. He's number 6.
I'm happy that you're doing this on camera, so when I catch up to you in a few weeks. Go,
Ah,
keep talking.
What else was I gonna say? Like,
I have no idea.
let me school you guys now. Yeah. Let me just give you like some tips.
What?
Let me give you some tips.
Cook.
So, obviously, without giving away too much, FPL Raptor, I watch his streams. You know that 1 hour
You saying you get a
before.
sport?
Oh, so you just like
Getting
Stormzy?
help.
No.
So basically
I just like
FPL
Stormzy.
Raptors top of our league, not
No, but I do my due diligence as well. Obviously, every time there's something happening, I follow and then I just do my thing.
Yeah.
But I just want to say, you guys are all like
What?
bums.
Say what's ring on your chest.
No, but
Say what's ring on your chest.
Yeah.
But generally, like 2 hours, I just sit there. I've been getting a lot of strays recently by what's his name, Ryder Storm. What's his name?
Liban.
Liban, yeah. And
Liban.
what's
With his tattoo.
what's the
The refrigerator.
Faisal Khawan. Faisal Khawan.
Yeah, these guys don't know anything about football. Yeah, they don't.
What do you see?
You're nuts. You know what, this guy, every week, he ups the insults a little more just trying to see what he can get away with. Come get me, Faisal. What are you going to do?
Hey, the less words said, the better, man. Keep it stepping now, G. Your time's up.
I just want to say, no.
TED talk over. Get the off the chair.
Let's wrap this up.
My nigga.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, that's how you move when you're at the top. That's how you move.
You know what? Fair, son. Hey, this is a new Merce.
I like it.
Murder Merce.
Huh?
I like it. That's cool.
Yeah. What a cameo.
Say number 6 for career.
Yeah. We're gonna have to carry that on.
Okay. Shout out to Merce, man. He deserves to talk his shit. Listen, in the SDS league as well, which you guys all contribute to. In first, we've got Sterling Duel, Joe Jelly. He got 102 points this game week. 1,810. Second, we got Jimmy Severi. Who let the dogs out?
Oh, I like that name.
Third, Alison Wonderland, Shoaib Khani. Fourth, Tej, Tyler Turkson. Fifth, Bloom, Doom 9. Sixth, Mesut Ozil. Now, Alpha the hell, something like that. 7, 4, 2, 3, 1, GGM Press, Emilio. 8th, we got Stevie Wanderers, Robbie M. 9th, we got Daniel Lukachuk. And and tied in 9 is 2 Eze, Matt Doherty. And that's it. Yeah, that'll be it. There's no 10th.
Nice.
There's a joint 9th.
Well
But yeah, shout out to all you guys and let you know, obviously, if you end up winning the FPL.
You chill with Merce.
Yeah.
You know, said invite him down for a pod episode and then it's just Merce.
You can either get £500, you can appear on an episode of SDS. So let me know.
All the man am I gonna rush you? Just so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
We planned this in advance.
What is it? $1 million or dinner with Jay-Z?
I didn't know Jay-Z. You should have taken $1 million, man.
That's what I'm going to say. You should have taken the $500, man.
You had £500 and you chose to sit here.
With us.
It's going to be a 2-hour cook session. Look at this dumb. Huh? What could you have done with 500? When was the last time you took your girl out? Yeah?
Yeah, man. Go hype.
Oh, they can't hear you, man. End the episode.
Hey.
Oh, no, you don't want face on the
See, tell
table.
them to subscribe and all
What
that.
would you say?
Subscribe.
Phase away is £500. Is that what you said? That's
But yeah,
crazy.
shout out to all the man. There'll also be a special midweek episode coming out, which Sharky has hosted. And that'll be coming out later this week, maybe Thursday or Friday. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.